Hello, 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 everybody. How you doing? Hopefully you're having an excellent day. No, no more jazz. Also, I apologize for Magi Michael and Almond who were here first. I had the game audio and the Spotify going at the same time and didn't realize it, and I was like, oh my gosh, that must have been so jarring to hear. But what up, Magi Michael, Almond, and God Soldier? How y'all doing today? How's life? Listen, speaking of which, speaking of God Soldier, and since you're here so early, Concerning Hobbits has been a work in progress, but I have gotten some progress. It's tricky, man. It's tricky, because here's the thing, I don't have like a little note, you know, this Zelda songbook doesn't have Concerning Hobbits, but I feel like I've gotten some progress with it. I went to a concert last night and ruptured my eardrum. I'm like legitimately ruptured your eardrum, or you're just having a hard time hearing this morning? I have another concert tomorrow and on May 3rd, and I'm saying screw it and going. Well, that songbook is wrong then. That's fair. Did you miss the Silk Song finale? You did. You did. We came, we saw, and we accomplished. Nope. And then it's... The only problem with that part, this is the problem that I'm having, is that Concerning Hobbits, the range goes higher and lower than what this can produce. At least I think. Yeah, I can't go to that duh. The highest I can get is an A, so I'd have to go back up an octave in order to I'd have to go back up in order to get to that low note. Ba, 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 ba. And that doesn't feel right. You know what I mean? Anyways, I still haven't gone. There's literally websites, by the way, to like go and transpose what you're learning on the ocarina. So I need to go on there and actually be like, okay, the first note, okay, that's these finger holes, and then I press the button and be like, it's these finger holes, and then I do the next note. And as you can imagine, that might take a while. That said, progress is coming along. I still haven't perfected Zelda's Lullaby, though. It's still a work in progress. But I wanted to show you how far I've come so far. And now I'm very... So I totally didn't hear anything that you did. Good. Just imagine... Just imagine that I did a really good job. No, it's fine. It gives me more time to practice. It sounded beautiful, thank you. It honestly didn't sound that great. It's a little chonky. Hold on. And then it's, yeah, so many options, yeah. Oh, that was supposed to be changed. It's supposed to have Concerning Hobbits on there now. Even though I obviously can't play it well. But the point is, also, the other part is the... Anyways, not perfect. And what I was saying is like, I need to go back and I actually have to like physically transcribe this on a website so that I can have the tabs for it so that I can actually practice it properly. Because right now I'm just doing it by ear. And it's kind of hard to memorize and do things by ear and practice by ear, because then every once in a while I'm hitting a wrong note and going, oh, wait, that's not it. And then I find out what the note is. And then I go, oh, that's it. And so again, kind of difficult to actually learn it when you're doing it like that. Of course, it's not any close to being perfected, but neither is Zelda's Lullaby, so I've still got a lot of work to do. I was even considering putting the channel points reward on pause till I learned those a lot better. I swear to God, if he stepped away again, I'm gonna murder him. My eardrum will be double ruptured tomorrow night. Again, did you actually rupture your eardrum? Like, have you gone to a doctor? Connor says he's alive and loves you, just feeling pretty low energy today. You tell Connor, big smooches from Arcademic. I almost said Big Daddy Carl, but that felt weird. Almond, I have a bone to pick with you. We have to talk, okay? We have to talk. Writing it down. Yeah, it's actually ruptured. I ruptured it around... Let's fight. Okay, well, it wasn't that serious. I apologize. Please don't hurt me. What I was gonna say... And I don't know if you're shy about it, so I don't want to go on too much. But, you know, we became friends recently on TikTok. And now I've seen in my feed some of your TikToks. I don't know if Skip had shown me your artwork before, but I have to say, I am so impressed. Like, legitimately, I've always known Skip was an insanely talented artist. Like, he is so talented, and I'm so envious. I really, really am. You know, we talked about if you could have one skill, what would it be? When I say drawing or art, like, I think of you, Turner, and Skip. But seriously, your stuff is so good. I especially love the Pikmin stuff. You have that drawing of Olimar, and I was like... And then I was like, yo, this is amazing. And then I was like, yo, this is Almond, what? I didn't even realize it was your stuff at first. And then I was like, yo, whoever this is, I have to follow them. And then I'm like, oh, I'm already following them. And then it like took me a couple seconds to like put 2 and 2 together. And I was like, yo, no way. Like, she's just been this prolific artist and been in my chat, and I haven't talked to her about it once. It's driving me crazy. Seriously though, when it comes to art, I'm pretty much impressed by anyone. I will be honest, because I'm just so bad at it that I think it's amazing. That said, when I see art that I really, really, really like, I am floored by it. And out of my life, everyone I've known, top 3 artists have to be you, Turner, and Skip. Turner really is such a talented artist. Nobody tell him that I'm saying such nice things about it if he comes in. I hate that guy. He's a freaking loser. Tell him I was saying mean things. But seriously, extremely, extremely amazing artwork. Like, I'm a very poor person, but one day when I'm a rich gajillionaire, I probably want to, like, commission art, and yours would be art that I'd want on my wall. Turner and Skip, too, although they've made it very clear they don't like the thought of doing commission work and stuff like that, which you might be the same way. Totally fair, totally understandable. No pressure from me kind of thing. But just very impressed. Amazing artwork. Amazing talent. I love like the simplicity of it. It's just so good. It's so good. I'd love to draw a character of your choice if you had one in mind. That's so hard. It's like, oh, there's so many favorite characters to choose from. I'll have to think about it. And I'll get back to you on that. If I had to think about it, it'd probably be Mega Man, or maybe just something Nintendo related. Might be better. I'll think about it. I'll come back to you on that. I am an arcade mic founder, apparently. You are. You are. Oh, my elbow is still broken. Think about it, think about it. I will. I will think about thinking about it. I'm so sorry to hear that Skip is low energy today. Love that guy. Praying for him. Hope he feels better. I am also feeling very low energy today. Oh, that's my TikTok. My TikTok was just open. I was about to start playing TikToks of a Ryan Gosling interview, you know? What I was gonna say is, you know, not trying to make excuses or anything, I feel terrible today. I feel awful. So, in terms of energy levels, in terms of how hype this stream is gonna be, it's probably gonna be pretty chill, pretty low to the ground. I've got a massive headache. It's raining here, and let me tell you, I don't know if anyone else who struggles with sinuses are getting it this year, but for some reason, the pollen is just different. It's on a different level. It's hateful this year. I feel that the pollen is full of anger, you know? Like, my head feels like it's gonna pop. I've already taken pain meds, and I've already, I don't have even my Zyrtec. My Zyrtec's out, which is unfortunate. I don't remember where I'm supposed to go. I know I'm supposed to be in the castle, but where exactly in the castle? I know where to get in. It's not in here, though. Our Lady Love, thank you so much. Almond, you don't do commissions for, like, emotes and stuff like that, do you? That was me all weekend, head full of pressure. Yeah, it's awful. And then our poor dogs, God bless them, our sweet, sweet babies. They don't like the thunder. They get scared. So if it's raining, they want to hop up, and of course they want to, like, basically lay on top of me. So anytime that it storms, sleep is also kind of an issue. Arcade Mike singular emote, which for the record, I did not make that. That just came with Twitch. And I don't know why they were like, give this man a love sticker right now. This is not right. How do I get up to... I need to get up to the kind of outer castle wall. There's a way to do it from the inside. They know you're a lover, it's true. Speaking of true, hi Truth, how you doing today? Miss you, bud. Very tired. Very low energy today. So we're just going to be chilling. We're going to play some... I'm really excited to actually be playing this game. Okay, went for a walk in the rain. Is everything okay? That's something you do when things are not okay. I was raging at Super... Sorry. I just pictured you just, like, dying and just setting down the controller and just, like, piano set... The Amazon guy just dropped off our package, and the dogs were losing it. Sorry, I literally just... I was saying, Truth, I pictured you just, like, dying in Super Mario 3 and then just setting down the controller and then just putting on, like, you know, Mad World and just walking through the rain. That's why I started laughing. Sorry, not laughing. I mean, I was laughing. I shouldn't have been laughing at you. Sorry. I do not, but I'm open to trying. I've kind of kept my art under wraps for some reason. I don't know if it's feeling like I could be better, but I said I'd be open to it. Listen, no pressure from me, whatsoever. You do whatever you want with your art. That's what I always tell Turner and I always tell Skip, because I've genuinely been like, I want y'all's art on my wall. I want to commission it, kind of thing, to them in the past. And you know, they've expressed that they're not into that. I'm like, that's totally fine. I think they're insanely talented, and I think you're insanely talented. All that to say, if you were open to that, I would love to discuss that. I'm also very poor, so when it comes to commission stuff, I don't really have a lot of options. That said, listen, I'm not much of an artist. I appreciate art. I want to show you my favorite piece because I feel like you'll appreciate it. Actually, I don't know who else has seen it. I don't know if Truth has seen it. I'm God Soldier seen it because I've shown it like, or he was there. He was there when I got it. Look at this. Okay. We went to a fan expo. Let me go to this. We went to a fan expo. And they did this like art thing where comic book artists you'd basically go and they would like talk about the stuff that they've worked on. And one of my favorite artists, Ryan Otley, who's worked on Spider-Man and did all of, if not most of, Invincible, like the actual comic books. They drew, from the audience's suggestions, a Bart Simpson with Venom, and then they gave it away for free based off of your raffle ticket, and I won it. And it is like my prized possession. So this is like a Ryan... Let me see if it'll actually focus here. Come on, I believe. I believe you will focus. You will focus. If we do one of these. No. It's so blurry. Maybe I should go and try to, let's go to NVIDIA broadcast and see if we can't turn off autofocus and like... Oh no, I think it's actually like within the camera that's got the autofocus. Maybe if I just stick it back here. Oh, maybe that's the blur. Hold on, turn off the virtual background maybe. Hey, there we go. Okay, so the virtual blur is off. There we go. But anyways, it is a Ryan Otley original piece, and I love it so much. I show it off to all of my artist friends because I think it's like the coolest thing ever. I'm gonna have problems putting that back up one-handed. I can do this, I believe. Oh my... Okay, almost broke it. I'm gonna set it somewhere else for now and then put it back up later because I'm a doofus. All right, anyways. Very easily distracted. That said, I was just looking at it. Also, another one of my favorite pieces of art is on the wall here, done by none other than Super Skip. I'm going to show y'all that one as well. Hold on. Literally just turned off the virtual background. This one's one of my favorites. I don't know how many people have seen this one, but Skip knew that I was a big fan of My Hero Academia. Specifically, All Might is one of my favorite characters. I'm just like reflecting my wall here. You'll get to see how dirty my desk is in the reflection. This is a Super Skip original. It's got his name right there by my pinky that I'm pointing with. Love this one very much. He knew how much I loved the character All Might, and he made this, I believe, for my birthday. I can't remember, but this is one of my favorite pieces, if it's not obvious. It literally, I'm not kidding, it hangs up right there. So like every time I stream, it's right there. I love it so much. It's so good. Let me just punch this microphone, stand up, and did I pull the nail out? Hold that thought, chat. This also may have to... Balls! Okay. I'm not taking anything else down because I may mess everything up. I don't know where that tack just went. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. I have to get this tack so the dogs don't try to eat it thinking it's a treat. Okay. There's the tack. Setting the tack over there. Okay. Okay. I am very warm. Okay, is the background blur back on? Sorry for that little caveat there. We started talking about art and I was like, oh, my favorite art piece is right there. Oh, my other favorite art piece is right there. I have a lot of art around my room. Point is, all that to say, Almond Malk, you're such a talented artist. You're so good. I love your work. That Olimar picture really is great. But also, I know that some people are shy, so it's like, well, I don't want to, you know, harp on you too much if it's making you uncomfortable. I've found that some artists, I'm always like, man, I want to gush about how good you are, but then some people are like, hey, I'm severely anxious. Please stop talking about it. And I'm like, I'm sorry. That's a 1 of 1 right there. Yeah, God Soldier, dude. Seriously, I could not believe that happened. Ryan Otley, of all people, one of my favorite comic book artists, and I have the original. Next, he needs to draw Bart Invincible. Dude, I wish. The two of us are working on a Pokemon drawing video. Oh, I would love that. I can't wait for that. That's so exciting. Don't mind too much, especially when it comes to just talking about art. Totally fair. Totally fair. I just, you know, like it's quick and easy for me to be like, oh, I'm going to talk about their art and that's a nice thing to do. And it's like, no, Carl, some people don't want you to acknowledge them at all. And so it's like, you know, it's kind of like learning. Every person's different, which is, you know, a pretty obvious thing. But it's like, man, if I was really good at a skill, I would like it if somebody was like, wow, you're really good at that skill. But not everyone's like that. And it's hard, or it's easy to forget that sometimes. Like, often when I talk about how just absolutely gorgeous God Soldier is, he gets all bashful and he gets upset and he's like, please stop drawing attention to the fact that I look like a Greek god. And I'm like, I would sculpt marble to look like you if I had the capabilities. It's true, I would. But alas, I do not. I can barely play video games. I just wish I had a skill. You've got so many skills. Are you... Listen, I know you think I wish I had a skill when it comes to like things like guitar or music or things like that, which, by the way, I remember you being in choir and having an excellent voice. But I think your skill, God Soldier, is just how insanely blessed and talented you are with your social skills. And maybe that's something you're like, oh, that's a cop-out, that's lame. But I think you have such good... the ability to like communicate and to make people feel comfortable. I don't know. I think with how good it is, I feel like it's a supernatural ability. Like it's a gift kind of thing. And then they kiss. Not till I kiss you first. Truth. And then Truth is like one of the most talented writers I've ever met. To this day, I feel like I've been begging him to just write a book. Science fiction, fantasy, I don't care, dude. And I feel like he's always encouraged me to write as well. I feel like he is the Tolkien to my C.S. Lewis, or my C.S. Lewis to my Tolkien, depending on however you want to look at it. Gosh, I love this music so much. I'm very mean to you for no reason, so that tracks. I'm sorry, was C.S. Lewis or Tolkien, one of them was mean to each other? I'm uncomfortable with you speaking about my skills. No, you're not. You're just doing a bit. Maggie Michael, tell me about your skills. I know you've got them. Don't even try to lie. What are you good at, besides getting your eardrum exploded? What concert did you go to? I'm going to a few concerts this November, which is exciting. You know what? Y'all aren't like the open internet, so I feel like I can say it comfortably. Me and Rachel are planning on going to Warped Tour this year, which I'm very excited about. Well, I say that. She's very excited about. I'm not much of a concert guy, if I'm being totally honest. And I feel every time I bring that up, people... Nope, let me just throw myself off the edge. Every time I bring that up and say I don't really like going to concerts, most people are like, what's wrong with you? You're a weirdo. My skill's going to concerts and rupturing my eardrum. How did you predict that, Carl? Well, see, that's my skill. I read minds. I predict the future. That's how I'm so good at being terrible at everything. Also, Truth, you're not very mean to me for no reason. I deserve it. Someone's got to keep me in place or my ego will get too inflated. What am I thinking right now? That Super Mario World 3 should be a different category than what it is. That's my best guess. It's not a good one. It's not a good one. Ow. Can I block that? I can. Can I block that? Let me just face tank a spear to see if I'm able to block it. Just in case. Hello, Magic Michael 2. Welcome back. I didn't know you went anywhere. Also, I think my stream is a few seconds behind because people are sending chats related to things before I hear them refreshing. Close. Oh no. All right. It's probably still about Super Mario World 3, but a lot of inappropriate, mean things about how stupid the game is because you're mad at it. Speaking of which, I'm sorry. I'm not saying this in a judgmental or down way, but you were struggling with Super Mario 3. Is that what you said earlier? Or was it being like, oh, you struggled with that game? That's not the tone I'm giving off. I want to make that very clear. But I also know that you're a gamer. And so I am a little surprised. Was there like a particular section you were struggling with? I haven't played that game in aeons, so if there's like a really hard part to it, I'm just like ignorant. God Soldier really immediately hit me with I'm uncomfortable with you talking about my skills. Shut up, dude. Airships, if I had to guess, it would have been the airships with the let me just block this guy's arrows indefinitely with my skills. Oh, that one shot me in the face. Okay, he shot me in the face twice. Yeah, where it's like a constantly moving forward platforming section, and then they're just like, also, cannonballs. Also, we're gonna shoot you with a gun. Just knock that guy off to his death. Ooh, and then I fell off to my... Listen, I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely love the animation of falling off the screen. So much that I just did it just for y'all to see it again, and I lost a heart doing it. There's something so fun, or knocking enemies off, there's something so funny about it to me. I love the little animation details in this game so much. Well, we're straight up at the boss. Okay. I hate airships, also wrenches. I'm not good at platformers and I have no patience for them, it seems. Before I read the rest of that, didn't you play Super Meat Boy? And weren't you like a fan of Super Meat Boy, or was that someone else? Because I've never played Super Meat Boy. I've always wanted to because I like platformers. I hate Super Meat Boy. Okay, maybe that's what I was remembering. Just the opposite spectrum of the love-hate thing. Hold on, I need to text Skip right now. Okay, too many things are happening with my poor brain trying to keep up. Yes, I know the drugs were delivered. Drugs being Zyrtec. Because my dogs almost ate the Amazon guy. This man has drugs, true. But it also seems like there are times where my inputs just don't register, and often are times when the enemy hitboxes are larger than they seem, and cannons have no way to tell when they're going to shoot, and it's very annoying. Very true. Honestly, very true. I do remember those games being frustrating. I do think the input lag is kind of like a real thing. Ah ha ha! Arcade, I've been waiting for you. Hee hee hee. I was hoping I could make Zelda vanish in front of your eyes. Behold, last moment of Princess Zelda. Oh, well, I just had a seizure. Thanks. Ho ho ho! This guy's Santa Claus. With this, the seal of the 7 wise men is at last broken. It is now only a matter of time before evil power covers this land. After all, the legendary hero cannot defeat us, the tribe of evil, when we are armed with the power of gold. Ho ho ho. Now I must go. Ho ho ho. Who's gonna know? Up on the rooftop. Quick, quick, quick. You mean to say you would like to be totally destroyed? Well, I can make your wish come true. The wise men from the east follow the star of Bethlehem. Yeah. I legit wonder how many people got to this fight and, like, thought this was the final fight of the game. Like, you get the 3 pendants, and you get the Master Sword, and you come to fight the guy who's kidnapped the princess, and you've been told is, like, the evil guy, and then once you, like, you know, beat this fight... Then you go to the Dark World, and it's just like... Oh, you have to go save all of the sealed princesses, which there's 7 of them. It's like, how many people thought that this was the end of the game? Ouch. And we're just like, whoa, there's so much more! How many princesses does Link need? All of them. No such thing as too many. He's gonna do his lightning move. I don't think I can hit him while he's up here. I think I have to bounce back. I think if I hit him, he electrocutes me. Maybe the only way to hurt him is reflecting those Baja Blasts back at him. Not those. Bump, 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 bump. I hate it when it doesn't reflect right. He's doing his lightning move. Wait, isn't this the end of the game? Wow, spoilers. Okay. With how old... Gosh dang it, dude. With how old this game is, no one should be saying spoilers. Okay, I need you to throw a regular ball at me. Lay up. Thank you. Okay, got him. Well met, like the true hero that you are, but I am not ready to admit defeat. Yet, I will draw you into the dark world. Like, I bet some people just thought, oh, okay, phase 2 of the boss. And then it was just like, what if we told you that the game has just begun? You know what I mean? And I thought the combos in Elden Ring were long. Ho, ho, ho. I'm just gonna start saying ho, ho, ho. Arcade, it is I, Sahasrara. I think I said it right if I wouldn't have just paused for forever there. That was really awkward. Look, Mr. Streamer, we're not all rich like you and can play video games all day. Some of us can't afford to buy every game that comes out when it comes out. That's true. A Link to the Past these days is probably like... probably a pretty penny, unless you get it, like... I'm assuming they have it on the Switch and whatnot. I'm communicating to you across the void through telepathy. I almost said telepathy. The place where you now stand was the Golden Land, but evil power turned it into the Dark World. The wizard has broken the Wise Man's seal and opened a gate to link the worlds at Hyrule Castle in order to save this half of the world. The Light World, you must win back the Golden Power. You must also rescue the 7 maidens who Aghanim sent to the Dark World. As members of the bloodline of the 7 wise men, they have power that will surely help you. The maidens are locked in hidden dungeons full of evil creatures and dangerous traps. The Palace of Darkness should be your first goal in this world. Arcade, I can rely on you, only you. Please make this old man's wishes come true. I beg you. It's like, you thought this game was almost over, son? Welcome to the rest of the world. One thing that's kind of got my attention is, you know, there's a lot of games that kind of do switching back between the light world and the dark world and like 2 different versions of the dimension, kind of recontextualizing the map and things like that. Is this the first game that did that? Like, is this the first instance of like traveling? And don't get me wrong, traveling between 2 worlds is probably not the first game, but where it's like a dark version and a light version of the world, so to speak. Like, is Link to the Past the first game to do that? I'm really curious. I work 88.725,618 hours a week, and between work and my 17 wives and 456 children, I only have about 30 femtoseconds a week to play games, and I don't appreciate having this game's story spoiled. Reminds me of the world swap halfway through the Tales of Symphonia. I've never played the Tales of Symphonia. A buddy had it, and I watched him play it, and it looked fun. This man thinks he's Solomon. Dude, seriously? Okay, let's not... we don't need to get into that can of worms, but I'm just gonna be like, dude, how many wives and concubines did that man have? And also, what? Bro, what are you doing? What? 300? Were they all Spartans? What was I gonna say? Oh, the work 80. That's what it was. Y'all seen that clip of Dave Ramsey on his stupid podcast, and someone called and was like, I'm really stressed out about all this debt that I'm in, and he's like, listen, I get it. I know you're scared. Do you know what I would do in your position? Man, I'd start working 80, 90 hours a week till I got out of debt. That's what I would do. Like, that was his advice, was maybe you should start working 80 to 90 hours a week. I was like, what? How are people still listening to this crackhead? Like, again, his advice was great in the 90s. I remember I took like an extracurricular class that was like a financial finances class that was just kind of like teaching us about finances, and it was done by Dave Ramsey. And at the time I was like, this guy's a genius. This guy is a genius. And back then it wasn't bad advice. It was basically just like, hey, get out of debt and save money. And it's like, wow, real rocket scientist stuff. So as like a 13-year-old boy, I was like, this guy knows what he's talking about. And then as time's gotten older, I'm just like, dude, this guy is so out of touch. It's not even funny. But I love that meme because it's turned into a meme now where he's just like, man, I know you're scared. I know you're scared and things are tough, but you know what I'd do? I'd just start working 80 to 90 hours a week. Like that was unironically, legitimately the advice he had to someone that was like really emotionally upset over their financial situation. He's like, dude, have you considered working more? Working more hours. A senator said something in relation to inflation and higher taxes. Americans will just have to get another job. Yeah, I wonder how many jobs they had to work back in the day. Hey, just out of curiosity, what kind of Pokemon is this? You think I can catch him? What would you guys name this Pokemon if you could? In the early 2000s, you know, when you could afford to live with having only one job, his advice was great. Now it's not feasible. Yeah, he's just so Treesticle. Why? Why did you end that name with testicle? I saw someone using Taco Bell as an inflation index. In 2000, the menu item he chose was like $1.25. In 2026, it's like $6.89. It's insane. He calculated that as like 6% inflation a year. Yeah. I still love that, man. I mean, man, if I were you, I'd just start working 80 hours a week, 90 hours a week even, until I was out of debt. He might as well have just been like, off yourself. You know what I mean? I hate saying off yourself, but I legit don't know if me even saying that in this context on Twitch would be against terms of service. Like if I can even say the words KYS. I saw a clip with him on a phone call, and the dude was talking about his finances and ran through everything he pays for, with one of them being daycare for his kids, which costs a stupid amount. Dave went off on the dude saying, how can you justify paying that much money for daycare? Find a different daycare, dummy. As if he's paying the most expensive daycare. Are you insane? Only thing is that literally the normal price and actually on the cheaper side of everything. He's so insanely out of touch in his mansion and millions of dollars that he's lost the plot. Man, also, here's the thing. Dave Ramsey literally became popular and became famous because he got into a crap ton of debt and got out of it. In a time when it was not hard to do that, for the record. In a time where it was very easily capable to get out of debt. And it's like, man, we should give this guy a podcast. Start buying up all of his books. I remember someone talking about how the central bank intentionally has inflationary systems so that people will have to invest their money and not just hoard it under the mattress. And I'm like, these mother effers are doing this on purpose, which I already knew, but I hadn't had it expressed this way before. True. I mean, the same thing is said for Trump. The dude has filed bankruptcy 3 times and he's our president. That's true. What the are we talking about right now? We're talking about how much we love Dave Ramsey. Also, it's about time you showed up, Turner512. You can't even jokingly say first you're so late. You're so late right now. Everyone shame him, even though he's into that. Humiliate this man. Dave Ramsey sucks. Yes. I love rupees more than anything. Can you spare me 10 rupees? Sure, Dave Ramsey. Take my money. Good choice. We'll accompany you for a bit. You have to. You gotta pay. You gotta pay him up. Shame, 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 shame. Curses. I tried to time him out. I know he's too powerful. I didn't even make him a mod. He just came in one day and was the mod. No! Come back, Kiki! Do I gotta pay you again? You little rodent? Oh my god. I've never been hit with Kiki before. I hear she has delivery service. I've never seen Kiki's delivery service, by the way. I've also never seen Howl's Moving Castle. I haven't seen a lot of those movies, and I've been wanting to watch them forever. And now I'm married to a woman who thinks animation is for children, and so anytime I'm like, "Hey, we should watch one of these prolific movies," she's like, "Ew." Howl's Moving Castle needs to be rectified. What do you mean by rectified? Maybe it's life-changing. Like you're saying, I need to change that in my life. How's that possible? How's the what? As in, you need to watch it. Okay, yeah, that's... After I questioned it, I was like, that's probably what he means. Show her the end of Evangelion. It will disabuse her of that perception in about 3 minutes. No. Yes, sorry, Turner. It auto-corrected. Oh, Howl's Moving Castle. It's just Howl from Malcolm in the Middle. And it's just in a moving castle. Did you guys watch the Hulu... The newest Malcolm in the Middle, Life's Still Unfair, the little reboot thing that they did? Me and Rachel watched it. Me and Rachel watched all of Malcolm in the Middle together, by the way. I love that show. That show is so funny. I am disappointed that the little reboot was only like a four episode miniseries. I was like ready for a full season. And even now I'm like, I want more. I don't know if there's going to be enough success to where it'll justify, but man, I wish. Also, man, first dungeon of the Dark World. I'm kind of excited. Bum, 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 bum. Highly recommend Princess Mononoke or Spirited Away as your intro to I'm sorry, is it Ghibli? It's Ghibli, right? Not Ghibli. But also, I've seen both of those. That's why I want to watch the other ones. I'm sorry, Princess Mononoke was Ghibli? Yo! Significantly long note, you increased the minimum bidding thing. However, I am going to sustain throwing money at you now. I jest. Yeah, listen, after yesterday, I was like, oh yeah, I meant to put that up to at least 10. Because one, it's like, man, someone can really abuse this and just spam the notification. And I still need to change the notification sounds. Hold that thought. These bad boys are doing a number on my brain. Oh, I love the Zelda. Do you think there's another gaming franchise, maybe besides Mario, that has like a... Oh, it's so satisfying. Has such an iconic set of sound effects, you know? I can't think of anything. Like, especially just that secret finding one. The secret reveal one of, like, Zelda stuff. Okay, missed that. I really hate these red guys. And I know what you're thinking. It's because they're more dangerous? No, it's because they have a... Yeah, it's because they're more dangerous. I always thought that was a really cool mechanic. Okay, I missed some stuff. Ghibli. Hard G, baby. Nope. I'm surprised. I didn't know Princess Mononoke was Ghibli. Wait, hold on. You're saying Ghibli. He's saying hard G. I'm confused now. Make the minimum bid 100K, as in dollars. Final Fantasy. Oh, Pokemon. Oh, that was in response to something else. Banjo-Kazooie's Jiggy Get is real good. Lego games. Okay, well, you guys are no fun. You know what we're supposed to say? You're so right about everything, Carl. Zelda is the best. Ah! He baited me, dude. I got you baited. Not this time. Not this time. Not this time. That time I jumped the gun a little bit. It's Studio Ghibli, but pronounced Ghibli. Yeah, that's what I thought. But then Truth said hard G. In Japanese, it's a soft G, but in America, you're allowed to be correct. What? So is it Ghibli or Ghibli? Because God Soldier's the only one giving me an answer here, but then it sounds like everyone else is arguing. Murica. Well, that's definitely not how you say it. In America, you're allowed to be correct. I gave you an answer and you disregarded it. No, you said it was a hard G. That's the problem. I'm getting different information here. My argument is that it can be both. That's an answer. No, all I'm hearing is Truth say it's one way, God Soldier says it's one way, and Turner, being the fence rider that he is, I'm kidding. Turner's never rode a fence in his life, is saying that it can be both. So for this moment on, I'm going to say Ghibli, because if I say it wrong compared to both ways, everyone can be mad at me at the same time. That way everyone wins. That's not me. Also, Vampire Librarian, hi. Didn't mean to just like look over the fact that you came in and started spitting facts when it came to what? Hold on. The auto mod held significantly long notes message because he said, or sorry, because they said to play Devil's Advocate, it's actually pronounced hillbilly. And it said held a message for reason, wraith, ethnicity, and something. I'm sorry, did y'all? Okay, good. No, y'all pushed it through. Okay, I thought y'all rejected it. I was like, don't do that. It was literally like, oh, hillbilly, that can be racist. Really? Just say it with a French accent and call it a day. Ooh. If only I could do a French accent. Twitch being Twitch. That's like, here's the thing. I'm all for catching, you know, inappropriate stuff. And I would even say erring on the side of safety is probably better than not. But hillbilly? Dude, if someone calls me a hillbilly, I'm going to start crying. It's going to go in my journal day one. Like how sensitive do you have to be? That's crazy. Hillbilly, that's so funny. Rural people do consider it a pejorative. Do they really? I've never once thought about. I mean, I don't know. I feel like you could call me any pejorative that would quote unquote fit me, and I would just be like, "You got me, dude. Roasted. I got blasted, bro." Like, maybe it's because I haven't had to deal with a ton of prejudice in my life, so that's probably why it doesn't bother me. But still, like insane, that hillbilly of all things is like, oh man. Imagine someone coming home and being like, honey, I was called a hillbilly today. And her being like, oh, no. You have to do the French laugh before you can say it in French accent, though. When you say the French laugh, all I think is... Oh, I used to do that on stream all the time. I just think of the French chef from The Little Mermaid. I don't think I can do a French accent though. Like, what? How would I pronounce Ghibli, in a French accent? That's exactly what I mean. Yeah, as soon as I was like, oh, I think of that French chef, and then I'm like, oh, I used to actually do that on stream. So that's probably what he's 100%. Zootaloo! Here's the thing. Does Zootaloo mean something? I don't know what it means. Zootaloo, I've missed one. I love The Little Mermaid. He's by far the best part of the movie. Don't at me. I have no idea. I'm just a hillbilly. Hey, you can't say that around here, okay? Some people are very sensitive. It's not cool, dude. He's using the H word. Again, I'm all for protection. I'm all for protect. Wait, you said don't at you? Oh, yeah. I'm all for, like, did I say protection? Oh my God. Balls, dude. I'm all for moderation and being as safe as a space as reasonable. You know, I want everyone to have a fun time. We're literally in here talking about Zelda and the French guy from The Little Mermaid. You know, this ain't serious. But hillbilly? I feel like we've lost the plot. Zootaloo. Depends on who's saying it / why, in my opinion. Using it to ignore to mean the real inequalities experienced in the South by calling them all uneducated and backwards is not cool. Saying that's how you should pronounce Ghibli is hilarious. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Listen, I feel like actually, I know some hillbillies. I feel like they... I think they would find it as a term of endearment. Okay, I got the big key, and I legit don't know what to do with it. I got the map. Maybe I should pop that bad boy open. Because the big chest is somewhere. You heard it here first, folk. Use protection, kids. Yeah, as soon as I said it, I was like, wait. What have I done? What am I saying out loud with my face? Bum, 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 bum. Aha, yes, I have to go, haha. And then I go up here, and I have to drop down here anyways. Yo! Significantly, a long note gifting another sub to Vampire Librarian. Thank you so much for the gifted sub. Vampire Librarian, welcome to the sub club. I don't know what to call... Here's the thing. When it was like Magikarl, which, you know, Magikarl's dead and gone. R.I.P. When it was that, the Magimob was so easy, you know? Welcome to the mob. Welcome to the Mafia was fun. I have no idea what to say here. Root beer. Oh. That's what I'll say. What happened to Magikarl? Is he alright? Is he safe? No, he's dead. I murdered him. By rest in peace, I mean rest in pieces. He's sleeping with the fishies. Okay, that actually doesn't work. I thought I could hit him with the, No! I know it's such a silly bit, but I really love yelling dramatically no when it's not something serious. Welcome to campus. Welcome to student debt. There are a lot of secrets to this game that, once again, I just know because I played it as a child, that as an adult, I'm like, how did I ever figure this out? Like, you just had to shoot this guy in the eyeball with an arrow, and that's what opens up the next passage? Like, how... Like, obviously, there's something weird going on, but shooting him in the eye with an arrow? Not gonna lie, it still throws me off when I see Arcademic playing XYZ instead of Magikarl. I don't have the hammer yet, because I haven't found the big chest. Where's the big chest so that I can get the magical hammer? I've still almost referred to myself as Magikarl, I don't know how many times. The amount of stuff in this dungeon that was straight up ripped off in The Binding of Isaac is impressive. Really? Googa Zelda big chest. I am not doing such a thing. You thinketh me a fool. Oi, oi, go away, please. Stupid red guys have so much HP, it's not even funny. I used to be a green adventurer gremlin like you until I took an arrow to the eye. That is a way more intense version of the quote. Seriously, though, I need the compass. The compass. Okay, so there is areas up here. Yeah. I need to go. Okay, that's where I need to go. Which, now that I'm thinking about it, how does one work this around? Oh, you know what? Something that I forgot I can do is I can pick up and throw bombs. So it blows up once I'm past the thing. Super helpful information. Yeah, I need to go back here. Duh. Yeah, there's also just like a bunch of tricks. Like throwing a bomb so that it's like a timed response to open up the passage. That's another thing. It's like, how did I figure that out as a child? How did I know that? How long did it take me to figure that out? Because, plot twist, I'm not very intelligent. I'm very dumb. Where's the big chest so I can get the magical hammer? I love video games, dude. Same. What a goofy statement all around. Oh, you son of a biscuit, dude. God, this music's so good. It's so good and it's so iconic, and I'm about to get the magic hammer. You're giving yourself a little too credit as a child. Dude, you see me as an adult. Imagine this, but smaller and dumber. You know? That's pretty rough. Compass? Bombs. Dead into that maze. We'll go down here and take a right. Go right here. Smack this little fire-breathing dinosaur. Take a shot every time Carl falls off any kind of platform, bridge, or similar ground you can fall off of. Y'all would be destroyed. You'd be destroyed. I can already feel my liver die. Exactly. That would not be healthy for anyone. It's gonna happen a lot more. Big chest. Nope. Nope. Better than big trunk, to be honest. No, you know, neither, probably. Time to beat up some turtles. Animal abuse is cool in Zelda. I don't know, some people like the trunk over the chest. Okay. Did you change your name color? Or am I just stupid? I swear it's been green for forever. I did. Okay. Just making sure that was intentional and not just me having Alzheimer's for a second. No, it's always been orange. Okay, see, you're not helping. Oh, I didn't want to go through that just yet, I don't think. Did I go through everything up there? I don't think I did. There was like a passage up. So now I gotta go back. He's feeling rather orange. Oh. It was originally blue, but I changed it to green. But then Note's name is green, so I wanted it to be different and special. I hate to break this to you, but... In your defense, though... Gasp. In your defense, though, I basically never talk in chat, so you're pretty much golden. I'm just gonna tank the hits. Here's the thing. Okay. Well, no, he's orange. I'm just trying to get people to mistake you for me. No, imposter! Identity theft is not a joke, Jim. Love me some orange. Oh, no. Great. Great. God Soldier was just trying to do something innocently different, and now it's going to turn into a bit. And everyone's going to do it till it's overdone, and then I'm going to have a hard time remembering who's who, and then people will be like, you can't read, and then I'm going to be like, it's not my fault, everyone changed colors. Oh. That's how it always goes. Yeah, you're just actively... I'm surprised no one's red, by the way. Now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe red's too aggressive. I did like Dust Bunny's change to white. If I wasn't orange, I'd probably be white. It's so striking, you know? That'd make me come off as hostile. And Carl still sees color in 2026, it's true. If anything, I focus on it. That's a joke. I'm not actually a racist. you right there, and then I'm gonna just do one of those. And I'm gonna do one of these. Okay. That's exactly what a normal person would say. I don't even remember what I said, but I can tell you one thing. I'm not normal. Get smacked, turtle. Get smacked, turtle. Let's see. Would a normal person smash a turtle with a hammer? No siree. Sure wouldn't. Sure would not. Crush a turdy? We're here to burgle your turts. No one's gonna get that reference. Maybe Turner, if he's still here. It's he just says, "Excuse me." Anyone seen Over the Garden Wall? It says something about going in to steal this lady's turtles. And when they break in, he's like, "We're here to burgle your turts." That is Vampire's favorite movie. It's a TV show. Helping out. It's a TV show. I love Over the Garden Wall so much. I watch it every fall. It's also easy to watch every fall because it's so short. I also would love to watch Gravity Falls every fall, but it's like a full show. I can't be watching 2 seasons of something. You know what I mean? But like, Over the Garden Wall is like 8 episodes. And even then, I feel like they're super short. Carl, how well do you think you'd do on Survivor? How far would you make it? The issue with Survivor is it is very much a politics and social game. I think I could handle being on an island and doing a bunch of challenges and like not having food. I think I could probably handle that part very well. I think I might get voted off though. I don't know. I think I'd at least make it to the halfway mark. But I don't know if I could like take it, you know? I just says, "Excuse me." After you said crush a turdy, you can't handle burgle your turts. He would win the participation award. Fair. I'm not a huge fan of episodic, not super connected stuff. It was good, but I didn't vibe with it. Are you talking about Over the Garden Wall? I felt like they were fairly connected. Survivor, I barely know. He would go insanely far. Carl would just gaslight everyone there. Why would you say that? That's such a crazy thing to say. Wink, wink. This man cannot be contained. Bum, 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 bum. Giant turd. This boss is actually quite hard. Don't you strike me with no tail. Because you gotta get right up in his face to hit him with the magic hammer. You see how close I'm getting to his, like, hitbox there? And then he, like, moves around in a really weird fashion. You gotta break his mask. Oh, see? Yeah, he hit me. Oh god, I forgot how annoying the low health noise sound is. Oh, danger. Stranger danger. There we go. Excuse me, sir. Stop moving. I must murder you. Uh-oh. Okay, I had a fairy, though. Whoa! I legit have never had that happen. There's an animation and everything. Sick! You can use bombs as well. Are you serious? I just assumed because I got the hammer from this boss or this area that it was like, yeah, dog, use the hammer. That's how I feel like most of them work. I think you'd orchestrate a blindside every other tribal council. I think, here's the thing. Sorry, I just started picturing it. I think I would do exceptionally well on Survivor. I'd be able to convince people to vote each other off. Unless Turner512 was also there. In which case, they would all listen to him over me, and he'd make me sound like a crazy person. What is where's the ban button? Oh, it's already, oh, did y'all already ban? Okay. Oh yeah, God Soldier already banned. What did I do? I keep coming in and out. Help, my girlfriend is strapped. Why would you use the word strapped? We were talking about Survivor, and they were asking how well I thought I would do. And I was basically saying that I think I could do a very good job of convincing everyone else to vote people off unless you were there. In which case, you would just make everyone else think that I was crazy. You'd probably just rage bait me till I got voted off. You know, just like when we're playing board games and you convince everyone at the table that you're not a threat and everyone just acts like I'm crazy. That's the most gaslit I've ever felt, by the way. Do you understand? Yes. Carl doesn't use streamer mode on Discord while streaming. That's crazy. Incorrect. I do. That said, it doesn't pop up on my, like, status. But streamer mode is enabled. I see that. I say that. Yeah, it says streamer mode is enabled. So all the names and stuff are good. Wait, I just heard the Discord notif on stream? You shouldn't, because... Oh, no, the Discord thing is open. Did y'all just do it again? Why am I not hearing it? That's backwards. Oh, I heard it just now. Maybe I need to go in and change my settings. My girlfriend always finds herself in that situation because my friend and his brother end up teaming up and winning because they always manage to only team up at the last minute. She tells everyone to take them out, but no one listens. Me included. Set yourself into Do Not Disturb. No, I just muted the Discord and the OBS. The only thing that would be your downfall would be when someone does something exceptionally stupid, you wouldn't be able to play the nice guy and say it's okay. You'd break them down into tears and laugh how easy it was to do. No! No! I'm not like that anymore. I'm a nice guy. Didn't that open up the map to tell me? Yeah, now the real game begins. Shame that term has been ruined. What term is that? Anymore, lol. Listen. I've had a lifetime... I've had a lifetime of cultivating my capability to verbally berate someone. Or to just, and like, here's the thing. It's not even hard to do. You just, you know, identify what they're insecure about and then poke at that until they break down, or they're irrational from, you know, being emotionally poked, and then you just, you know, continue to poke. It's not a good thing to do. It's not something that a good person would do. Now when I hear nice guy, I think milady. Yeah, I also can't ever wear a fedora. because of the whole milady stuff. I think it's unfair that women get to have really cool makeup and all kind of cool accessories, but the second I want to wear like a cool hat, like I'm just like, oh, you're a Redditor. Or when I put on a tie and I tie it a fancy way and I go, hey, look at the way I tied my tie, isn't it so fancy? Everyone just goes, oh, you're autistic. Okay. Sorry for having fun in my one life. Heaven forbid if I liked trains, for God's sakes. You know. Reminds me of a Frasier quote. Oh, it's a threesome you're after? Well, I don't do those anymore. What? I'm a good person and I do that all the time. No, you're a terrible person. Just become a woman. Oh, okay. Carl is jealous of not being able to wear makeup. That's not what I said. Just wear a trench coat with it and speak with an accent and communicate primarily with your hands. Then you can wear all the fedoras you want. I'm sorry, are you saying just act like I'm a foreigner? And then it's okay? It's like, oh, you're from a different country. I mean, trains are pretty cool. Okay. We got one. Kidding. Italian specifically. Okay. Touche. Touche. I am immediately going to go get the shovel. Because of the Mafia movie stereotype, true. I wish I was cool enough to be in the Mafia. I'm not cool enough to be in anything. Just on the spectrum, apparently. I really like started wearing a tie and did a fancy knot one day and everyone was like, you're autistic. And I'm like, okay. Last time I tried to be whimsical, okay? This is why whimsy is dead. This is why everyone's bitter all the time. Because when someone steps out of line, they get knocked in the head and put right back down. When I think trench coat, I think school. Okay, I'm not saying that out loud. I think flasher when I think trench coat. Tying a tie does not scream autistic, it screams nerd. They're not synonymous. I mean, to most people they are. Stick to the status quo. I have never been able to, and I never will. Because I'm different. It's probably another reference some people probably won't get. That's okay. Skip would have gotten it. Skipperooski. Da, 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 da. Is that a Portal reference? No, it is a, oops, I'm so sorry for running into your nose, little treant friend. Wow, I haven't seen a normal person in a few hundred years. Let me talk to you for a while. I once lived in the Lost Woods until the day I wandered into a magic transporter. The power of the dark world quickly turned me into this tree shape. I guess the two forests are connected with each other. Okay, well, bye. It is a reference to Fantastic Mr. Fox. The protagonist's son is kind of a little weirdo, and anytime they refer to him as being, they go, different, and do that with their hands. Reject I can't even speak. Embrace whimsy. That's, yeah, I'm all about that whimsy life. I really don't like that movie very much. Well, you're wrong. You're wrong about that. I'm just kidding. Everyone's allowed to have their opinion. At least you're not saying it's objectively bad. Why did you not like it? I love that movie. I haven't seen many Wes Anderson films. I didn't really connect with it. That's totally fair. What's the sub goal for Femboy Carl? 200? There's not enough subs in the world. I felt stabbed in the heart when she said marrying you was a mistake. I don't think she... I didn't come away from that thinking that that movie was an unhappy ending. I think that was a very harsh thing said at a very difficult part of the movie. Like, I don't think that, like, at the end of the movie, she was like, yeah, I still think it was a mistake marrying you. You know what I mean? Oh, I bet there is. No. I will lend you my shovel. Good luck. You borrowed a shovel. And I know exactly what to do with it. Shove it right up my booty. I imagine Tintin saying that, and that was pretty crushing. Yeah, but that's the thing. A, it doesn't end that way, and also B, that wasn't Tintin saying to you. It sounds to me like you didn't like it because you put yourself into it too quickly. Ooh, since we're on the topic of makeup, Goth Carl. I could vibe with Goth Carl. I wouldn't, and I mean like full black lipstick, everything. Okay, before we get too off topic, this is important. I just got the ocarina, aka the flute. It's literally canonically known in this game as the flute. That is not a flute. That is very much an ocarina. Now, I grew up playing this game way before Ocarina of Time, so I knew all about the ocarina. And I find it fascinating that it was in this game, but it's obviously way more well known because of Ocarina of Time. But again, I don't understand why it's called a flute. Very confusing to me. But I imagine most people think that the origins of the Ocarina and the Zelda franchise comes from Ocarina of Time, because it's kind of a big deal there. When in reality, there it is. The flute. I also didn't connect with it very much outside of that movie. I just think it's fun. I also don't feel like I need to connect with every movie to enjoy it. It's the name of that specific ocarina, like your name is Carl. No. We don't call you the human either. No. Ocarina of Time just stole everything from Link to the Past, confirmed. That is not what I said. What also is fascinating is what the quote-unquote flute, or the ocarina in this game, does. You know, like in Ocarina of Time, it's like a very important piece to the game. In this game, it essentially just works as like a fast travel. You have to go figure it out first, which, by the way, another one of those things where it's like, how did I ever figure this out? How did anyone ever figure this out? Okay. Why can you fit past there, but Link can't? Okay, you are way bigger than me. Okay, well now I'm just getting whooped. Lost 2 whole hearts in that interaction. Bullcrap. After you get the ocarina, you have to come into the town, and you have to go in front of the statue with a little bird on it. There it is. And then you play it. And the bird, or duck, it looks like a duck to me, that was inside the statue, breaks free and flies away. And now, every time you play it, you get to fast travel. And this was like the first fast travel system I was ever introduced to. And there's like certain, you know, obviously locations that you can get to. And I think this is actually necessary to beat the game, because the only way to get into the Dark Worlds area in the desert is by using the fast travel to get there. But very interesting, to me at least, that A, not only is fast travel a game, or in this game, but it's hidden behind a puzzle, and it is actually necessary in order to complete the game. So it's not like something you can just skip or ignore. You know, even though the map isn't like massive, it's like walking this map really isn't that big of a deal. But you 100% need it, at least that I know of, in order to get into the Dark World area in the desert. Fascinating to me. Fascinating stuff. Also, Velo, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Great to see you. Okay. It could be a translation thing. Apparently it was the localization error. It was called the Ocarina in Japan. Gotcha. The Reggie puzzles in Gen 3 are either one of those things that you can't figure out on your own. Very similar to Ocarina of Time. What a ripoff. Who is the villain in this game? Is it Ganon? It is Ganon. And he's a giant pig. He's a giant pig man. He looks completely different than the Ganondorf that you are used to. He's always a giant pig. No. Also, I don't know why, but getting the flute turns this guy into a tree. You know where Ganon is also a giant pig? In Ocarina of Time. Does he turn into a giant pig at the final fight? I legit have not played Ocarina of Time in forever. I just know what Ganondorf looks like normally. Ganon and Ganondorf are technically separate people. I don't know what the difference is between the two. Okay, let's see where we're going here. So I always did this game in order, for the record. We've already done one, so now we're going down to 2. But apparently y'all are telling me that you can do it in any order that you want. Which is weird to me. I don't want to do it. Ganondorf is a man. Ganon is like a beast man. Oh. Ganon is the demon pig, and Ganondorf is the Gerudo man. You beat Ganondorf, and he turns into Ganon. Yeah, but But they're the same entity, are they not? They're just like different versions of the same entity? Bruce Banner the Hulk. Yeah. So I guess like different things, but still the same. Same guy, different people. Yeah. That's so needlessly confusing. But also, I'm not very smart, so that could also be an issue. How do I flood that area? What do I do to flood that? Oh, you know what? I do know. Yeah, another thing, talking about between the two worlds, is a lot of these puzzles are based around stuff in the opposite world, which I've always thought was really interesting and very difficult to figure out as a child, by the way. I just messed up that puzzle. Very difficult as a child to understand that things in the light world and the dark world are actually connected. So you have to like come do stuff in the light world in order to change things in the dark world. It's like an extremely cool mechanic that I feel like probably isn't used as much as I'd like it to be. I think it's such a fun puzzle mechanic. Ouch. It's just so awesome. So yeah, now the water's drained in the dark world, which means now that the water is filled on the inside, which means now I can swim to the ladder I could not reach before. I love that. Love it, dude. Okay, I just got hit twice by the same spike. That's how you know we're gaming, when I suck at it. So if you really want to get technical, that's what I was hoping for. Ganon is the beast form incarnate of the fallen god Demise from Skyward Sword. When the hero defeated him in that game, he set an eternal curse upon the land to be forever reincarnated in a never-ending battle against the forces of light. Right, so yeah, because it's like a reincarnation thing when it comes to Zelda, Ganondorf, and Link, right? Like, Link is the champion of light, Zelda is also there. I actually don't understand Zelda's role. Like, not to be like, you know, like this is like a Mario game and she's Peach or whatever, but I know that she's wisdom and Link is courage and Ganondorf is strength when it comes to the representation of the Triforce, but outside of that, I'm confused as to what her role is. Let me scroll up here. I always read Ganon in Ocarina of Time as a giant lizard. Oh. But he is technically a pig man. Aren't we all? I think his Ganon form is just a direct result of the corruption of the Demon King. Light World, Dark World, is this entire game just a giant Deltarune fan game? Yes. Did Nintendo invent time travel to make a fan game? Yes. And they're going to patent it and probably sue Toby Fox. Triforce of Wisdom, Ganondorf is power. Oh, power, not strength. Ganondorf is the Gerudo man that is born once every 100 years. She's also the reincarnation of the goddess Hylia herself. Oh. Zelda is a reincarnated form of the goddess Hylia. The whole curse thing. Wow, okay. There's a lot going on. And again, for a guy who's been playing this all of his life, it's sad how little I know of these things. It is something that is fascinating to me. I don't know why. Man, I'm gonna die. I have nothing in my bottle either, and I'm also missing... I should probably leave. I can magic mirror in dungeons, can't I? Isn't that a thing? Takes me back to the front? Yeah, I've got a big brain. Okay. Since I'm not as skilled as I thought I was, or I'm also just kind of like running through it. Oh, this noise has to stop soon. Please, please give me a heart in this grass. Or just kill me. That's also an option. Oh, my lordy. I'm sorry. I swear I'm trying to find a heart. Usually, I feel like they're in the grass, but of course now they don't want to be. And all I've got in my bottle is a is a bee. I can't do this in the dark world, can I? I can't. You can't fast travel in the dark world because I guess there's just no, you know, goose, duck. Wait, isn't there? There's a. I know there's a fairy fountain. There's also this place where I can just buy a potion. Let's just do that. Because I can give her the mushroom, but I'll go buy the potion first. Because this is getting obnoxious very quick. Oh, it's so expensive. These things, obviously, are so important. Especially as a kid, right? So each of these potions gives you like a full refill. Full refill of life, a full refill of magic, and a full refill of both. And it's like, when I was a kid and I sucked at this game, this was like so important. It was quintessential that I get my bottles filled up before I went into a dungeon so that I could actually like win in the dungeon. That I could actually survive the dungeon, so to speak. And so to me, it's like, it's a fascinating little, almost like difficulty scale slider. Like if you want to play it on hard mode, just don't use the potions. But in this, you know, in this case, use the potions, or if you want it easier, use the potions so that you can get through the dungeons. It's a really cool mechanic that makes the game easier overall, but you don't have to use it if you don't want to. You know, with all the chats today and discussions about game difficulty, I think it's just a really ingenious way to make the game a little bit easier, or maybe a little bit more approachable for people who are bad at it, or in my case, I was very young. In a way that doesn't actually change the difficulty of the game. You know what I mean? Okay. I need more coffee. That's one of the few people they won't sue because they won't work with him a lot. Who's that? Oh, Toby Fox. Do they really? You said they work with Toby Fox a lot? Gotta read it. It's all very elementary, Carl. Keep up. Whatever. Whatever, it's all very elementary. You get a lot of this context in Skyward Sword. It's like the prequel of the games. Yeah, see, I never played Skyward Sword. That's probably the biggest issue. Skyward Sword implies the existence of a groundward sword, true, and a northward sword, an eastward sword, and a westward, southward sword, too. Link implies the existence of a Sever, the evil hero of darkness. Carl's trying to bankrupt me for real. Listen, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I am most definitely not trying to do that. I don't want anyone to go bankrupt. Where are the other bottles? I remember one being under a bridge. I think it's under that bridge, but I don't know how to get there. Oh no, it could be under that bridge too. Sorry, I can't, there's no pointers for me to point. But where is the other bottle? Because there's 4 of them. And I've got 2 of them. Okay, so that one is there. And I got those 2. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ah, man, that was like one of my favorite secrets in this game. How did I forget that the bottle was in there? I remembered the secret, but, that guy really messed me up. Oh, can you not hit him at all? Nope, he just automatically executes you. That's cool. Electrocutes you, not executes. You're the one giving me incentives to throw money in your face. That is true. I mean, that's the whole point. But don't tip if you can't afford it or if you've got important things. It's more just if people want to support. I want to be able to give people the option that. I love the way the treehouse look in old Zelda games, especially in Minish Cap. Peak whimsical design. I've never played Minish Cap, and that's a game I've really wanted to play. I was a huge fan of Spirit Tracks. That might, honestly, Spirit Tracks might be my top 3 favorite Zelda games because I loved it so much. And what I wouldn't do to be able to get a 3DS and play that again. And the distance to this bottle is really going to be a little bit of work here. I pop in again really quick to say hi. Hello, Almond. Thank you again for popping in. It's always such a pleasure having you here. Connor appreciates the smooches. Good. Tell him there's more where that came from. And then say sweet cheeks. I'm just kidding. Don't say that. As soon as it came out of my mouth, I regretted it. Yeah. Yo, Arcade, you seem to be in a heap of trouble, but this is all I can give you. A magic bottle. Honestly, it's a pretty good deal, champ. Thanks. And yes, they work with Toby on a lot of things. I think he composed in every Pokemon since Sword and Shield to date. Really? I mean, okay, so I said that with a tone of surprise, but Toby Fox is such a talented composer. He's so good. Story of my life. I don't know what you're referring to, but same. When did we smooch Skip? Why wasn't I invited? Skip is not feeling so hot today. So that's why I told Almond to give him smooches for me and say they were from me. What's going on at 5? What is going on over here? Also, the last bottle. Something weird's happening over here. Is this a fairy cave? It's making the noises like it's a fairy cave. Let's get one of these bad boys. Let's get rid of this bee. I don't think we're ever going to use my bee friend. Get some fairies. Keep it in a bottle. No! Set it free. Be free, bee. Wouldn't surprise me if Gaster is going to appear in the next Mario game at this point. That'd be great. I really want Deltarune to be finished because I really do want to play it. I really do. Where is Big Booba Fairy? I can't remember. I'm pretty positive she's in this game. Hey, if I tell you a profitable story, if you'll pay me 20 rupees, I got money to spare. They say there is a tiny circle of rocks in the lake. I already knew this. I already knew that. Almond, what are you up to today, my friend? Also, Vampire Librarian. Earlier we were talking about skills, and what skills we have. Because Almond is an extremely talented artist. Yo! Thank you so much for the 15 bits. Here to recuperate your losses from that scam. What scam did I fall for? Oh, the rupees. I thought you meant real life, and I was like, uh-oh. That does sound like something I would do. Just immediate panic. What was I doing? I was getting the bottles. I don't know if I can I need to go back to the real world. I say real world like the dark world doesn't matter. Did somebody ask for a big booty fairy? Because I'm here. That's what we needed. We needed more Turner. Okay. This should be like the blacksmith, right? Yes, but you're missing your homeboy. Yes. Okay, I have to like bring him back here somehow. Because he's in the dark world. And then once I bring him back, but also down here... Oh, I don't have the magic powder yet. I just realized. Yeah, I don't have the magic powder. So this is pointless. What kind of Archie make that super cool? That's, yeah, sorry. That's what I was asking. I got distracted. We were talking about skills that everyone had. And I was going to ask you, what are some skills that you have? Because I know you said the other day that if you could have any skill that you wanted, it would be to dance. If I remember correctly. I could be misremembering. It really is difficult being stupid. Because we were talking about how talented Turner and Almond and Skip were in their artistic abilities, which I think was actually before Turner got here. Turner, you're very talented. I'm always impressed by your work. Okay, so we can't get this bottle yet, I don't think. I'm very talented. It's true, you are. So I need to go back to the dark world. Where's a good teleport for that? There's... Obviously, I can use the portal that I had and just run back over. Maybe that's the best option. What are some skills that you have could easily be misinterpreted as a burn? No. It's not like a... Oh, I don't know what skills you have, as much as, like... I don't know. Vampire Librarian could knit, for all I know. My brother knows how to knit. Crochet, to be precise, I think. I also like to make art. I did digital art for a long time, but I really like to do wood burning. I have a Zelda piece I did, actually. Oh my gosh, I would love to see that, for real. That's awesome. I did wood burning, and that is being very generous with the word. Like, once or twice in high school, I, like, made a clock. It wasn't anything crazy. But, do you remember the clock you made? Yeah, yeah, Truth knows what I'm talking about, because it was for a class we were in. It wasn't anything special or anything good, but it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed wood burning, but here's the thing about wood burning is you have to, like, be good at actually drawing things, and I've never been good at drawing things. So, if I can't draw something well on paper, it's probably not going to look much better on wood. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, you know, it's very basic stuff here. Okay, we gotta go do this again. I also published a poetry book. What? But I haven't written anything in a few years. I used to do poetry all the time. Which I'm so glad I can't find any of my books, because it would probably be some really whiny emo stuff, if I'm being honest. Me and Tactical Truth used to exclusively talk in oh, what are they called? Haikus. There was a period where we would just respond to each other back and forth in haikus. Wood burning, back in my day, we did that to keep warm in front of the fireplace. They're turning everything into art these days, I just. Is there an art channel on the... Yes, there is. There is an art channel specifically to share your art. I don't do that. Don't do that. I love that, Turner. Bum, 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 bum. I have so many Discord messages right now. Thanks, y'all. Do you remember how Miss Camille would make us work on something for 30 hours in addition to the project we wrote? Yes. Yes. I didn't just make a woodburn candle. I also made like a cannon. I made like an old war cannon out of PVC pipe and like clay to shape it and make it look like it. And I had it set up to where it was like a string on a spring, and I'd put a ping pong ball inside and like pull the string and like launch the ball out. Thanks, I did the illustrations for it too. I would love, yeah, I would love to see it. Yes, on the Discord channel, there is a specific section to share your art. And like, here's the thing. I genuinely would love to see your art. I love people's art. In all shapes and forms. Carl forgot about my song D. No, I did not forget about your song. I have been meaning to listen to it. I have just been super busy. I realize, you know, you think between streams it's like a whole 24 hours, but that's very little time. It's very little time. I have to like keep the house clean and run and do chores and run errands and do groceries and make meals and take care of the dogs and spend time with my wife and make all of the shorts and TikTok clips and all that stuff. It is just like, time is difficult. So no, I did not forget about your song. I will be listening to it very soon and commenting on it very soon. But boy, is it hard to keep up with life. And also, yo, hey, thank you so much for subscribing. Hey, I know that name. What up, man? How you doing, my friend? S. McDonald. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really do appreciate that. Subscribing with the Prime. Hopefully you're having an excellent day. Okay, let's try this again, but not just get mollywopped as soon as we walk in the door, and I get hit immediately after saying that. I already opened this up, so it should just be easier to get past that part. Also, really helpful to have the boomerang here. Also, I forgot about these stupid things that only... Okay. That only shoot fireballs when you swing your sword. So it's like you're safe as long as you're not attacking, but also there's creatures in here that need to be killed. And I'm kind of hoping one of them will drop a heart. Aha! Huzzah! A little bit of life. All activities you can blast music during, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. That's actually a good point. You got me there. I read that as S. MacDonald rather than S. McDonald. I only know because I cheated. Because I knew information beforehand. Thank you so much for the Prime sub, though, for real. Really do appreciate it. Let's just murder that skeleton. I like how these things are like little happy faces. Like they could have just been, you know, pegs in the floor for me to crush. But instead they made them look like creatures that you have to smack with a hammer. Okay, that worked. We also can push this lever forward. Fill up that water. But Vampire Librarian, seriously, I do want to see that wood burning. If you feel, you know, you don't have to share it in the Discord. You don't have to share it at all. But I would love to see it. I bet it's freaking awesome. I don't know about y'all, but I have a hard time. I did not mean to just walk back up this. That was pointless. Although I am dodging all of those bad guys. So maybe it worked out. Maybe it worked out for the best. Oh, my lordy. You know, Almond earlier was like, hey, pick a character and I'll draw it for you. And it's like, man, I'm going to have a hard time picking one character. Significantly long note is correct in pronunciation. Can't stay long, but I hope you have a great stream. Love the Zelda content. Hey, I appreciate that. But seriously, thank you so much for stopping by. We are going to be playing through a lot of the mainline Zelda stuff. So, you know, I think I'll go through this game pretty quick, but we're doing Ocarina of Time next. We're doing Majora's Mask. We're doing Wind Waker. I'm actually really excited about Wind Waker. So all that to say, we're going to be doing Zelda for a couple weeks. And then, of course, there's all the short form content. I don't know if people are TikTokers or YouTube short people, but I do a lot of short form content. Just trying to grab the funny moments or the interesting stuff from streams and put it on there. And it's gone exceptionally well. I'm very thankful for the reception that I've been seeing on those websites. So, but again, thank you so much for stopping by and for the Prime sub. It really does mean a lot. Oh, dang it. Okay, there's a lot happening in this little tiny room. Okay, he's dead, so he can stop throwing bones at me. Okay, that guy's dead. And as long as I don't swing my sword, that will no longer spit fireballs. Okay, I'm pretty full health, too. Okay. That's a win-win all around, in my opinion. Love Ocarina of Time. So do I. I'm very excited to play. Honestly, I'm very excited to play pretty much any game in the Zelda franchise. And if this goes well and people are enjoying it, it does make me want to play through other franchises. I don't know how many other franchises people would be interested in. Zelda's kind of an easy, you know, soft pitch, because most people love Zelda. But I don't know if people would be interested in, like, hey, do Mario games, do Mega Man games, do Super Metroid games, and then, you know, I've said this before, that's just the Nintendo stuff. You know, I haven't even thought about other franchises outside. I want to do the Resident Evil franchise this year around October for Halloween, do some spooky games. I'm a big Resident Evil fan. I think it'd be fun to play through. They didn't remaster the first one, so I was thinking about skipping the first one because I kind of want to just play the newer remastered stuff. But anyways. So it took me forever to find them in my photos, but I put the Zelda one I did in a jewelry box in the Discord. Oh. Custom Robo franchise, pull out that dusty GameCube. You probably think you're being very obtuse. I loved Custom Robo on the GameCube so much. I didn't know it was a franchise though. Yo, Vampire Librarian, that Zelda one is insane. The bunny one is great, don't get me wrong, but the Zelda one is so impressive. That is so good. I'm genuinely so impressed. And I really love that art style where it's the what is the word I'm looking for? Almost like a mural? Or like, you know, it's kind of like, they kind of do that art style when they're doing like a prophecy about Link. Man, that is so good. That is so impressive. I'm just like sitting here staring at it. You posted these other things of these books. Is that other art that you've done? Why is everyone in my life so talented? Man, it just, when I see stuff like this, I'm like, wow, I don't do anything cool. Sorry, not trying to make it about me. No, I'm just, wow, I'm so impressed. Did you do the artwork on these books? I just added some of the illustrations for my poetry collection. Yeah, but I'm sorry, you're saying you did the illustrations? Obtuse, the DS game used to be my most played game as a child. Oh, I didn't know they did a DS game. I thought it was legitimately on GameCube and it was just like a random game. I didn't know it was a series. But that said, I feel like most people are not going to know what Custom Robo is. Yep, and the cover. Dude, Vampire Librarian, I had no idea you were so talented. Your artwork is so good. So good. I feel like I'm also very particular about art styles, like if I'm being totally honest. So if I'm like very much like, wow, I'm impressed by your work, it is like I'm impressed by it. Like you should be proud. That noise is getting very annoying very quick. Also, I'm sorry guys, is the game volume too loud? When I was like looking back on my clips the other day, I felt like it was way too loud. Am I crazy? That's something I meant to ask at the beginning of the stream, but now that we're almost 2 hours in, is it too loud? I feel like it was bad. You know what? I'm just gonna pull the trigger here and just turn it down just a bit. Like maybe like 3 more dB. I thought it was so loud on the playthrough. Oh, that actually worked for me. Wow. Okay. Thanks. I've been in a creative drought for a while, so sometimes I forget this is something I can do. I get that. That's one of the nice things about streaming is sometimes streaming can allow you to be creative, but at the same time, it's like if I'm in a drought or if I'm feeling depressed or like I don't feel like creating art, sometimes it's just playing video games. And so it's like if I want to be creative and I want to go create like a new banner or something or a YouTube thumbnail or stuff like that, I have the option to, but it's not always required in order to stream. Like today, I'm super tired. I'm not depressed or anything. I just don't feel well. And so it's like I'm just hopping on and I'm just playing video games that I love, and I'm just chatting with the people that I care about, you know? And also just having a fun time. Now, that said, I'm still trying to get clips and, you know, still thinking about other content I need to post and whatnot there. But I think that's one of the nicest things about... Because, like, with art, it's like you can't... I mean, I guess you could just doodle. You don't have to do anything too serious. But seriously, I am so impressed with your artwork. I'm surrounded by talented people. We've got composers, we've got writers, we've got artists. I really am surrounded by some of the most talented people I've ever seen. Custom Robo is such a hidden gem. It's hidden even from the eyes of the finest video game connoisseurs. And by extension, so are the other games of the franchise. Yeah, I legit didn't know there were other games of the franchise. I played it on the GameCube, and I loved the GameCube. It was cheesy, but I had such a fun time playing it. As is evident by you never having heard of them, true. I'm sorry y'all have been in a creative slump. Do you know what helps with that? Drugs. I'm just kidding. Don't take drugs. It was a bit. It was a joke. Arcademic. I do not condone drug taking. Not without me. Am I right? I'm just kidding. Sorry, I'm stupid. Based, Carl, very based. I'm sober for life. That's a good choice. That's a good choice. This dungeon's taking a lot longer than I thought I was going to. I really thought I was going to be done with this game, like, this week. Like, 4 streams, 3 hours. I feel like that should have been a key. And not just rupees. A little bit of a plot twist there. So what I need to do... I need to go over here and hit the stupid button thing. Which means I gotta go all the way around. See you later, Vampire. Thanks so much for hanging out. Always a pleasure. Hopefully we'll see you sometime soon again. Man, her artwork is so impressive. That's amazing. Oop, and I just and I'm just dying. You're amazing. Got him. Okay. This guy's too quick on the draw. This guy is too good at what he does. Ooh, I'm getting hungry all of a sudden too. Ooh. Getting hungry. I need more coffee. Throat's getting dry. I'm getting hit from every angle. I'm getting destroyed by stuff in this dang dungeon. I will say some of these projectiles are just way too fast. Like you can't even react fast enough, and there's not enough hearts going around. Where are my hearts? That's money. I don't want money. I want hearts. I mean, I got the potions for a reason. There's the big key. I think what's in here is the hook shot, if I remember correctly. Dude has 3 status effects going? Yeah, no joke. Hunger, sleepy, scratchy throat. It's amazing I'm so brave. Ah! It's amazing I'm so brave and so courageous. Hungry, sleep, scratchy, the Three Stooges. True. Honestly, there isn't a single Japanese game that isn't at least a bit cheesy. Just look at the Cooking Mama games. Look at those, are serious. Those are life or death, at least in my opinion. Where is the key? I don't have a key? Oh, you know what? I think it's on one of these skulls that's on the side here. They just wanted me to... They wanted me to learn to use the hook shot to get over. Well, it's not there. Disappointed. Culinary mother. I think it's kind of fun to just take game names and just, like, slightly alter them. Boy, won't I look stupid if those aren't Japanese. I'm pretty positive they're Japanese. There's so much cheese in those alone. Touche. Literal cheese. Steely wheelie automobile. Steely wheel. Oh, that's GTA 5. Or GTA, rather. Okay, killed that thing, and I'm gonna go downstairs now. The Zelda myth. A connection to antiquity. I also like how you can use the hook shot to just murder the zombies. Murder the monsters. Zombies are monsters, but that's not what I was going for. Aha, a heart piece. Aha, a button. And a statue. I always thought these statues looked so cool. Is that statue supposed to be me? I never thought of those as ears. I thought them just like a helmet piece, but now that I'm looking at, you know, the character side to side, I kind of look like this homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's Maybelline. Oh! Get wrecked, nerd. These things are really annoying. Get wrecked, nerd. I wish I could kill them somehow. Was there even a point to me clearing out this room? Didn't even give me a heart. Okay, there was literally no reason for me doing that. Cool. So what's the context for Link committing grave robbery right now? I'm trying to save the sealed princess. There's a princess in this dungeon. She has been sealed away. Okay, what was the point of that? Am I stupid? I must be missing something. Oh, that's closed again. That's fun. Did I miss something on this side? Oh, you know what? Maybe this button unlocks both of these. Because it opens this door, but maybe it opens the door over there too. Yep. That's the way to do it. Haha. Success. Give me that heart. Give me that heart piece. So you're trying to break into a sealed tomb of royalty. Sounds kind of sus. No. I'm not in a... This is a dungeon. This is not a tomb. And also, she's trapped. She's not dead and sealed. I'm not raiding a mummy's sarcophagus, if you will. She is living, but trapped in a kind of jewel prison. She's been bedazzled, if you will. I think one of these is fake, right? Yeah, I remember. Again, how could I have possibly figured that out as a child? You could turn her into a mummy. That's true. In both senses of the word. Now we're talking options. Oh, you know what? I think that stupid skull in the very back there, I think that has a key. You actually have to, like, go against the grain here. It does. Who did that? Why would they do such a thing? Oh, I've got the hook shot. I was like, did I get the item from this place? This is one of my favorite bosses, by the way. It's covered in fur balls, and you have to grab the fur balls off. I have to sneeze. And then kill the fur balls. At least I always saw them as fur balls. They kind of look like clouds. But just like a very interesting, you know, way to use the hook shot, which is this dungeon's item, and orchestrate it, make it an important part of the fight. I don't think orchestrate is the right word. And then, after you get all the fuzzies off of them, he just goes straight into sicko mode. Sicko mode engaged. Thankfully, he backs off with a good spin move. Got him. Dungeon number 2 down, baby. Oh. The question is, which one did I mean? I could be either at this point. Who knows? Arcade, because of you, I can escape the clutches of the evil monsters. Thank you. Doing what I can. Doing what I do best. Orchestrate was not the right word, right? Implement? Implement the tool? I don't know. Maybe orchestrate is... It's just like a... It's like a far-off definition of it. Ba, 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 ba. Don't I have the most beautiful singing voice? Also, I asked if the game audio was too loud earlier, and I did not get a single response, so I need something. Is it too loud? I turned it down, so I feel like it should be good now. Now that I've blown out your eardrums with my quote-unquote singing. Oh god, the next area is the stupid forest. This is the worst. It's fine to me. You know what's fine to me, Turner? You are. You're fine to me. Also, Turner, I just want to say, and listen, I mean this from just the most gentle place in my heart. Okay? And I mean this with nothing but love. But I've been playing a lot of Deadlock by myself recently, and I've been getting my butt handed to me, and it's your fault. Okay? I'm out here in the Cursed Apple all on my own. Okay? All on my own. Where have you been? Where have you been? Do you need help? I'm a Rim main. I didn't know you played Deadlock. Are you a big Deadlock fan? Also, Rim's great. I want to put more time on Rim. Do you build Rim like full support, or do you run gun Rim? Or like nuke pillow Rim? Those are kind of the 3 builds that I've seen. What was I doing? I needed to go down. Yeah, okay, no, this was important. This is important. I'm going down here. Now that I've got the magic powder. Again, just more stuff that I know how to do that I don't know why I know how to do it. I be out here, he says. This guy is a big doofus. And then you go to this sacrificial pool of blood, is what it looks like. You throw some magic powder on it. A demon. Blast you from waking me from my sleep, dark sleep. I mean, thanks a lot, sir. but now I will get my revenge on you. Get ready for it. Is that okay with you, sir? It's a demon that wants to curse me, but doesn't know what to do. Hey, I laugh at your misfortune. Now your magic power will drop by 1/2. Congratulations, now do your best, even though I'm sure it won't be enough. Have a nice day. So now it costs less magic in order to cast any of my magic stuff. So actually, it's a buff. I'm pretty sure, unless I just actively hurt myself, which would also be terrible. Where did I... Yo, what up, Sweetie Master? How's it going? Where did I put my portal? I thought it was here, but it's not showing on the map now. Fascinating stuff. Yeah, it's right there. Okay, good. Depends on the person I play with. If someone that I can't play for crap, I play carry. If someone's skilled, I build into support. I've been like obsessed with Victor lately. That's been like my go-to. I don't know if I would say I play good or play like crap. Could be debated. I'm in the emissary rank. But I've had some really bad games lately. I've been playing against people who are just like god tier gamers. Like they're just flying through the sky. I really wish they would just have their own unranked mode, honestly. I don't think I'd play ranked ever, because it just feels like every game is sweaty now. I'm good, thank you, and yourself? I'm doing excellent. I mean, I've got a little bit of a sore throat today. A little tired. Allergies here have been a real nightmare. But other than that, doing good. Doing real good. Okay, we've got to go up to 3, but it was important that I got that extra magic power. So we need to go left. Dead slump. Victor revive maxing goes hard. See, listen, obviously I believe Victor is like a tank. But I don't really focus too much on the revive. I get like warp stone and I just like get all up in everybody's faces. I love playing him though. Man, if I can get online, holy cow, he's so fun to play. I've been trying to get better at Doorman, but like, dude, I'm not kidding. Playing any other hero feels like the easiest thing to play when you're trying to also play Doorman. Doorman just feels overly complicated. Have you ever played a game where you were so focused you were literally sledding? 100%. Yeah, most MOBAs, like legitimately, make me quote-unquote sweat. Like, you know, no exaggeration. I will be sweating playing Deadlock or back when I played League. Or even Dota, really far back in the game. In the day. I was about to say far back in the game. Like, that's not the right word. Okay, I can't go that way. I have to go like all the way around. Because this one boulder is blocking the way. I can't think of any natural... Oh, I guess I can just go all the way. Well, no. Can I even go that way? It's kind of blocked off. I can't remember where any natural portals are to the Dark World. Thank you for being here despite not feeling well, Carl. Making the best of it. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank y'all for being here despite me being low energy. I feel like I'm not as fun as when I'm, you know, revving on all cylinders, if you will. But no, I feel like if I was so sick that I wasn't able to stream, I would just be laying in bed and probably bored. Doorman is a very strategic character. If played right against Sinclair, you can permanently trap an enemy in the Baroness if the situation is just right. Cannot be Sinclair, however. I also love Sinclair. He's someone, Sinclair and Savannah for that matter. That's a character that I haven't put very much time into, and I feel like the more time I put into him, the better. But holy crap, I played him once and I was like, This is like right up my alley. That's a character I can probably see myself mastering, quote unquote, where it's like you play it enough to where it's like, yeah, you feel comfortable playing them whenever. I'm not quite there with some of the other characters. Although, yeah, I started playing Victor, had like a couple of good games, and I was like, oh, I see the vision. I see the vision of just running people down. He's so fun. You can take the Carl out of the Magi, but you can't take the Magi out of the Carl. Yeah, and also, I just love his whole kit. He's so fun to play. I like Abrams. He hit bad men hard, true. And you're a freaking good Abrams, Turner. I love how we were playing Link to the Past and we're just talking about Deadlock. So, one thing that I will say, playing through the Zelda franchise, right? Is I know this game very much like the back of my hand. Now, I say that, and of course, I've a couple times been like, where the heck am I? What am I doing? You know, things like that. But I do not know any of the other Zelda games half as well as I do with this game. So there is going to be a period where I'm probably going to look stuff up. I'm probably going to like have a guide open. I don't want to like run around, you know, bashing my head into walls for hours and hours, right? I need the super strong glove to get past there. Maybe that's lame in some people's eyes. And you know what? That's fair for them to think that, but I just don't see myself spending that much time trying to play through every single one of these. But the point is, you know, there's going to be a time where these games are taking a lot longer, and I might even struggle with some of them. Who knows? I don't think I'll struggle with them the way I struggled with some of the stuff in Silksong. Man, Silksong was so good. I can't get over how good that game was. Oh, this dungeon sucks, by the way. I did not mean to fall in. This dungeon is like one of the most confusing mazes, in my opinion, because there's like multiple entrances into it. And then there's like hidden doors behind the vines. Oh man, yeah, I forgot how much this dungeon sucks. And then the boss is exceptionally hard. I forgot how tedious this one was. Oh no. Okay, well, of all of the ones I could have left it on, that was probably the worst one. Okay, so there's a crack here. I don't even know if it opens up anything. Carl doesn't know the back of his own hand. That's probably true. Whose hand is this? Okay, I remember this, though. Don't throw up that skull. Okay, well, there was nothing there anyways. I just think this drops. Oh, no, it blows up the wall. Right. And then there's wormy guys. And now they're both dead, and I'm nowhere near getting the big key. So we're just going to jump across there. We're going to murder these guys. Yo! Thank you so much for the... Okay, that shocked me. Thank you so much for the bits. I need to make that at channel points. Thank you for reminding me to hydrate up. I'm also going to take one of these cough drops that really soothes my throat. I'm going to buy a new bag. I'm going to buy a new bag of coffee drops. Oh man, it feels so good to be streaming again. It feels so good to be playing just some retro games too. The thing is, I went from talking about Silksong, you know, to all of the map is so useless for this dungeon. Talking about Silksong on all of the TikToks and shorts and stuff like that, to now talking about A Link to the Past. And I was like, I'm going to take such a massive hit in numbers. Like, you know, there's a lot of Zelda fans out there, but especially currently, there's a lot more people talking about Silksong, and the hype still around, even though the game came out last year. And yeah, like I've already seen that. I've already seen like I think one of my most recent videos. Most of my videos usually get like 1,000 to like 5,000 views, which is, you know, on short form content, that's still pretty. Oh, I forgot. This dungeon introduces the hand. I just remembered. Yep, there it is. Get it, kill it. If that thing touches you, it drops from the ceiling, and if it touches you, it takes you back to the beginning of the dungeon. It's terrible. And also, how absolutely terrifying that it's a human hand. A severed human hand. Oh, and you can kill it over and over again, and it does nothing. They just keep spawning. Why? Who designed that? Who was like, let's give these kids nightmares? And by kids, I mean me as a full-grown man. Why would they do this to me? And then, of course, this room of all rooms, you have to slowly drag this statue backwards, by the way, with this demon hand falling out of the sky. Oh, look, they all respawned. Haha, how fun! I'm gonna post that clip on TikTok and someone's gonna say get good. I guarantee it. I can't tell you how many get goods I've had just talking about Silksong. Ridiculous. Get good. See? See, it's already happening. Oh, look, another one. You guys are so original. You guys are so funny. Bum ba ba ba. Yeah! Get hit with a pot. Bro. Don't touch me. Bro, get out of the way! Ugh. Okay. Oh no. No, no, no. Don't turn me into a bunny. Oh, okay, this room is already so frustrating. This dungeon sucks, dude. And the boss here, mega sucks. Ultra sucks. Difficult. That hand almost touched me. I did not hear the audio cue, by the way. Ah. Okay, well, we got the big key. I'm still missing, like, I don't know how many small keys. Dust Bunny, how's it going, bud? I called in sick to play Silksong on release and then got a doctor's note to 100% it. I love it. I wasn't able to even buy the game until I would have been home from work anyway because of the store being completely murdered by someone wanting to get the game at once. Yeah. Can you soft lock by moving the statue against the water? Oh, I don't know. You hear that, Bunny? Carl is bunny phobic. Oh yeah, it's true. Terrified. Can't remember what the boss is in the third dungeon. I just remember this dungeon always waited till later. I'd swoop in, get the fire rod, and go do other stuff. That's totally valid. I do not like this dungeon. The boss here is the giant moth that you have to fight in a room full of spikes, and the floor is perpetually moving. I don't know why. And then on top of that, this dungeon is like the biggest, weirdest maze ever. And then they were just like, what if we also made the boss a nightmare? Okay, maybe that's why I waited. Yeah, I mean, you'll get to see it soon enough. Okay, got the key. Doesn't one of these move? Okay, just walk right into that spike. I feel like one of these moves or something, like it drops off. Nope, I was incorrect. Okay, so we're gonna leave. That thing was still dropping. I thought it was gonna reset. But I had the big key, and now I have some little keys. Yeah, again, you're also navigating the dungeon from the surface. I don't have the fire rod yet. That's where you gotta go to fight the moth, by the way. That creepy giant skeleton thing, you gotta go set it on fire. Listen, B. You don't want this. I will end you. As a kid, this is the one I got lost in the most. Oh, 100%. It's so confusing. And then the hand, dude. The hand always drove me insane. Because it just sends you straight back to the beginning. Please die and give me a heart. Okay, no. No heart for me. But now that I've opened up that passage or changed where the holes are, perhaps this will lead to somewhere important. Oh, look. It's... Okay, this is a problem. Oh, come... Really? That didn't work? What was the point of this room? I used a key for this room, dude. What? I'm actually quite annoyed by that. Well, what the heck? I just got gypped. I only had one key, too. What was the point of that? I feel like 3 is the first difficulty spike, yeah. 2 was always my favorite. It's the one where you get the hook shot and you gotta like pull off the little... I called them little clouds, but they kind of look like fleas or whatever. And you gotta like smack them. I can't believe I just wasted a key on that. I'm so offended. There's a hole right there, and there's a hole right here. So let's check out where these land us. Yeah, I was about to say probably in places that actually don't matter. Like, I've got the big key. Like, I just need to get the fire rod and go fight the boss. We be streaming Sea of Sorrow on release. I'm sorry, that's the Silk Song DLC, right? Correct? I am planning on it. I don't know when it's going to drop. It might drop in the middle of me playing through the Zelda franchise. And so I'll probably finish whatever part of the franchise I'm on then, and then maybe take a break from the Zelda franchise to play that. Because, yeah, I kind of want some more Silk Song. I don't really want to go back and try to 100% it or do anything like that, but I just want more Silk Song World, if that makes sense. Oh! It was a compass and a trap. Yo, Colding, what is up, my friend? Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'd love to learn more about the history of Hyrule. Ooh, I am unfortunately not a very knowledgeable person. That said, we've learned a lot today about... Because I never played through Skyward Sword, and Skyward Sword apparently talks about a lot of the lore about how Ganon and... Ooh, I don't think I needed to come through here yet. About how Ganon... and Zelda and Link are in a perpetual reincarnation state to be forever fighting light and darkness. Because in this game, you fight Ganon, and he's a giant pig. And I was like, well, that's weird. And everyone was like, well, technically, Ganon's always a giant pig. And I was like, whoa, hold on. Are Ganon and Ganondorf not the same person? And they were like, kind of like Hulk and Bruce Banner. And I was like, oh, it's an interesting way to look at it. So we have learned a lot of the history today. That said, I'm not as knowledgeable as I would like to be. Please don't touch me, Mr. Hand. But welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Ice Dungeon was one of my faves. Slip mechanics. Dude, I hate slip mechanics, but I don't think it's that bad in this game. I actually really like the Ice Dungeon in this game, too. I usually hate ice areas in most games, but in Link to the Past, it never really bothered me. I say as I just run into every spike around me. 100% was a pain. Don't recommend. Yeah, Skip also 100%ed it, by the way. Which I'm very proud of. I'm very impressed, but I don't think I have the patience to 100%. Remember at the end of Breath of the Wild how you fight a giant boar? I didn't finish it. I never finished it, Truth. We're going to be finishing it for the first time on stream together. Little known fact about me. And I say little known fact because I don't... Spoilers, you fight a giant boar, thanks. I don't broadcast it a lot, but I have tried to play through Breath of the Wild multiple times and have never finished. Because I'm not a fan. And I know that's a hot take. And I know that's not how most people feel. And we'll discuss that when we get there. You know? But that, I will say, that will probably be a fun watch. And I think, here's the thing. I think it'll be a way more fun experience playing it on stream and with people. But it also might just be a fun watch to hear me complain. Something about Ganondorf being a big persona and Link being... No, none of those things. Ganondorf is the human. Ganon is the creature he transforms to when he invokes the Triforce power. That makes sense. Hot take as he drops a room temperature steak on the table. Listen, everyone I've ever told that to has been like, oh, but Breath of the Wild is the best Zelda game ever. That's usually how people react to it, so... I don't like adventure RPG style games where weapons break quick and easy. Listen, that's one of my biggest frustrations is the weapon breaking mechanic. People act like Breath of the Wild is the greatest game ever made. They'll tell you that Ocarina of Time is old and bad these days. Weapons breaking a game like that sucks, full stop. Yeah, I'm a firm believer in that. And here's the thing. I know that they were doing that to try to encourage you to, like, use different methods to fight. I get that. I don't play Zelda games because I want to be super creative. I want to play Zelda games because I want to hit with a sword. And, like, don't get me wrong, I like having multiple tools in the arsenal. But when you make the, like, kind of the normal or the regular way to fight, you make it, like, not viable at all, I really dislike that. Now I need to, like, work my way back to that stupid weird skull skeleton thing. Which I think I'm going the right way. Yes, I am. It's right here. What about, Thinks, Breath of the Wild 2, Age of Conan, Age of Ocarina of Time. Man, I can't think of the name. Tears of the Kingdom. And I only know that because it's been brought up a couple times, because I also can remember it. Don't inhibit gameplay in hopes of fueling creativity. It makes the game less enjoyable. Yes. But also, my thing is, I feel like it's such a departure from the classic Zelda formula that it almost stops feeling like a Zelda game. And because of that, I don't enjoy it as much. Like, I wanted a Zelda experience, and they're like, hey, what if we just took the characters of Zelda and kind of put it in a different format, just to hear the rest of the world go, this is the greatest one. This is the best Zelda game. And I'm like, the one that feels the least Zelda-like? I know I'm going to get ripped to shreds on the internet when I bring up that point, and I'm probably going to make a full, like, YouTube video about it. It's not going to just be shorts. I really am going to be like, I hate, which, here's the thing, my YouTube is just suffering. I get, like, no views on my actual YouTube videos, just on the, the shorts and stuff. I don't know what's going on. For some reason, it just refuses to show any of my content. Really weird thing. I'm having to do this blind here, which I get is the whole point, but wow. Talk about annoying. There we go. Okay. What was even the point of that, you know? But that said, I haven't looked into Tears of the Kingdom that much at all. Tears of the Kingdom to me just looked like Breath of the Wild 2, which is, you know, how you said it. And all that for a key. All that for a drop of blood. Could y'all not be in my... And I'm a bunny. Okay, it switched me back as soon as I took damage. I prefer the Legend Pokemon games. They're like a Breath of the Wild, but without your weapons breaking, and it's a franchise I grew up on. Yeah, and I feel like that's probably pretty fun because, like, it doesn't take out the fact that it's still a Pokemon game. You know what I mean? Like, Breath of the Wild was like, dungeons are going to be completely different. Your sword's going to break constantly. All kinds of other stuff, and it was just like, why? Also, man, I feel like we just got to the dungeon. Oh, good, a hand is about to land on me. Like, me running through the forest wasn't good enough. Now I gotta do all this nonsense. Okay, we made it through that room. Oh, you know what? I think I have to light all of the... There was no sound cue for that guy. Zombies, dude. Am I right? Wait. Okay. Those guys are all dead. Sorry. Carl's gonna be like that one guy that became infamous for harshly criticizing and calling Elden Ring the worst game ever. I watched all that drama, by the way, and I loved Elden Ring. And that, here's the thing, though. I don't feel like that guy had any actual good points. I feel like I've got good points, even if most people disagree with them. And I'm not saying, here's the thing, I'm not saying Breath of the Wild is a bad game. I'm saying Breath of the Wild is significantly different from the rest of the Zelda franchise that it almost doesn't feel like a Zelda game anymore. And if it wasn't for the Zelda IP, I'm not sure it would have done as well as it did. Which guy? Quantum something. And the only reason he got completely destroyed by the internet over it, Quantum TV, is because he was like, yeah, Quantum TV. Yeah. Was because he was just like unabashedly like really rude and offensive about his opinions, but also wasn't he stalking someone in real life? Yeah, the Act Man. Because the Act Man was like the first one to call him out that I saw. I watched all of that drama. I ate that stuff up. Yeah, he like contacted the Act Man's like mother. And then like tried to dox him or something. And then it basically like YouTube was like, hey Act Man, stop bullying Quantum. And it was like, are you insane? So that happened. It fizzled into a big nothing burger. Makes you wonder if it was all just stage drama. I don't think so. I think if it was staged, they probably would have had way more stuff out of it. I think it was like legit. No, my bunny. My bunny again. Dude, these zombies take way too many hits. Too many hits. There you are. I knew one of these opened up. Oh, a whole fairy? Come here. Heal me up. Hook me up, bro. Broski. Okay, got the key. We're about to get to the boss. There you are. This is the weirdest entrance to a boss fight, by the way. The boss is down in that hole. Like, I don't know why they were like, yeah, you just drop in. Oops, got hit by that, but I needed that magic. Okay. And here we are with the boss fight. Doesn't take damage yet, till it's in the air. Yeah, the platform moves, the spikes move, and then it also shoots those things at you. Like, what a nightmare. Okay. Okay. Taking a lot of hits here. I'm just going to go ahead and use my Cure-All so I can get full magic as well. Because the fire is what really does this in. I don't know if it does double damage or what. Of course, it'd be helpful. There we go. Got it. It'd be helpful if I actually hit it. Insane boss design, though. Like, doing that as a child was a nightmare. Take a hit for each bit. I probably did. I probably did. So Ganondorf has a pig persona and Link has a bunny persona. So what's Zelda? Zelda dresses as a man. Chic. True. Yeah, which I think Chic is first originally in Ocarina of Time, right? That tells you, I've played this one so many times, but that tells you how few times I have played Ocarina of Time, that I can't remember if Sheik's in it or not. Pretty positive. Yeah, Sheik is an Ocarina of Time. Right, when they're adults or whatever. Like when you go into the future. Do you understand? I would if I read... What Ocarina... Wasn't Ocarina of Time the one with the 24-hour speedrun strat? That I do not know. Man, I absolutely... That's like the worst dungeon in the game. Now I think it's the village, right? Yeah, number 4 is the village. 5 is the ice temple. 6 is the desert. I mean, it's not a desert in the Dark World. It's a swamp, weirdly enough. And 7... I'm trying to think of the bosses. I remember the boss in 4. What's the ice boss? Oh, the ice boss is the giant eyeballs in ice. What is 6? 6 and 7, I can't remember. 4 I remember because it's also extremely difficult and it's also freaky. And it's also a weird way to get that boss. It's a real plot twist. 6 and 7, yes. 6, 7, as the kids say. Hello, fellow kids. I'm going to smash my head into a wall 6 to 7 times. Oh. Well, don't do that. I hear the brain is very fragile. I wouldn't know. I don't have one. Ah! Ah! Bam, 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 bam. For low percent, one of the games required you to be abusing the idle animation and slowly clip through a wall or something. Oh, yeah, yeah, where you would, like, stand next to a wall and you'd just slowly phase through it? I don't know, maybe. That's her hiding in plain sight disguise from being trained as Sheikah by Impa, which, by the way, calling yourself Sheik when you become a Sheikah is like naming yourself Ninja as a ninja. True. True. I'm sorry, do you hear that joke a lot? Significantly long note? My guy, just step a little to your right so I can stab you correctly. What do I even get in for? Hey, dogs! Come here. Hey. Applejack, come here. Quit barking. Quit your barking malarkey. Yeah, but stream reading, that felt like a slippery slope. I can appreciate that, thank you. Also, I love that the way to get into this dungeon is just right here. And all you have to do is you just grab it and yank on it. And it opens up. Not a bomb. You have to grab it and yank on it. There's so many things in this game that I legitimately am like, how do I know this? Why do I know this? There's just a chest right here. I think this is rupees. It's like a fake out. No, it's the actual whole map. Never mind. Just kidding. I thought it was worthless, and it turns out it's the whole map. Oh, that one spits at me. I forgot. The red ones usually throw projectiles. Color-coordinated enemies. I don't know where I'm going. I'm just going. Looking for keys. Oop, and I'm a bunny. Don't mind me. Looking for keys, and a big key, and a big chest, and the monster. The monster in this case is disguised. Oh, well, there's the big key door. I do like this one because it's like a little puzzle to figure out how to get the boss to come out, because it's not just like, hey, I'm the boss, come fight me, you know. It's like, no, you have to be tricky about it. Ooh, there's a chest. Can I get to it from this side? I can. It's gonna be a key. I can feel it. It's a compass. I was wrong. Ba 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 ba. Get away from me. Which, honestly, the compass isn't that big of a help, if I'm being totally honest. It just tells you where the boss is. Not a big help in this map. I always thought the demon statue that you break open to come in here wasn't holding a pitchfork, but it was instead holding... But instead it was a... What? How on earth did you picture that or get that out of that? Also, apparently I just got the big key. This whole dungeon is confusing. I've gotten the map and the big key in like 8 seconds. I would like to go up here, please. I actually think I need to drop down and go up. Fireballs. I can go open the big door with the big key, but the boss will not be in there. Also, I need to find... I don't remember what item's in here. Ouch. Why did that not stun you? Why? That normally stuns, I feel like. Yeah, there's the key. You'd know, wouldn't you? Wow. Absolute demolished. I was in... I was in art appreciation, ULI, around the time I got a SNES, and this game was when I was 10. And the SNES really was just a magical gaming machine. Or is, I should rather say. I always thought these guys were really cool. Don't need to go in there. Murder that one. Go into here. Do vaguely remember this, because this is a real pain. Okay, I'll just get hit by everything. It's all good. I need to magic dust these guys. Okay, I missed. Okay, I missed. I can do it from right here. Nope, he's just stuck in that little thing now forever. Okay. We'll just ignore that other stuff, I guess. Oops, I missed out on that rupee. Ow. There it is. The very important thing In order to unlock the boss, or make the boss appear, or reveal itself, it needs to be in the sunlight. It hates the sunlight. So you have to throw bombs over this wall, onto that crack where the sunlight is shining down, in order to then take the boss into that room, and it'll be like, the light. I hate the light. What a fascinating mechanic. Oh, okay. Totally got hit by that. Cool. I really need to turn that thing into a fairy now. Could really use... You said competitive doodling. I don't remember what it stands for, but it's like academic version of sporting events like spelling, art appreciation, speed math, creative writing, storytelling, stuff like that. You train for it and compete against others in your grade. Like things like debate. I did choir competitions back in the day. What a cool guy I am, you know? Get murdered. Competitive doodling. I'm not gonna get over that. Ah, so competitive doodling. I just have the big key, right? Yeah, I just have the big key, so it's like, I don't even care. Ah, look, there's one of the princesses. There's totally nothing weird about the fact that she's not in a crystal. Oh, thank you very much. You saved my life. Please take me outside. Which is weird, because I don't think she actually will let you go outside. Like, you try to, and then she's like, nah, actually, outside's for nerds. Aha! Ha 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 ha! I think this is just like a tunic. No, it's the Titan's mitt. I needed that so bad. So now I can lift heavier objects. Thank goodness, dude. I thought I was crazy. I thought you got the Titan's mitt in the not desert area, but the swamp area, because it's in the swamp area when you're in the dark world. This was a mistake. I forgot this was just a mistake. This is just a trap of a room. They put you on conveyor belts, put you in between two bumpers, and then put enemies in here that you have to kill in order to get out. Now, me, a connoisseur of gaming, knows that you can use the hook shot to kill those bad boys. But what a cruel design. I think one of these has a button in it. Yeah. My memory be doing overtime. Okay, so now... Oh yeah, it's right here. Cool. Boss fight time. Good luck, everybody. This boss fight sucks. What's funny... So I've got two fairies in a bottle. What's funny is, you know, you got the mitt, and it doesn't do anything in this boss fight. This mitt is worthless. All I got is my sword and my wits. I'm sure, like, arrows maybe hurt. Oh no, I brought the girl into the light. And now she's shooting laser beams. Do not switch on the side. Okay. Yeah, and then when you hit him, just starts throwing fireballs. And then, you hit him enough times, the head comes off, and it gets another head. You know, because why not have a million projectiles at once? Okay. Okay. It paused. Spin move. I'm so glad I have two fairies, dude. I immediately died. Okay, cool. Good thing. It being a white t-shirt is kind of funny. Yeah, just a giant white t-shirt. Good thing I have some fairies on me. And again, we're still fighting. Ah! Again, two fairies Needing both of them, apparently. Good lord. Princess? No. Exorcist in a white t-shirt. True. There we go. Got it. If I wouldn't have had 2 get-out-of-jail-free cards, I would have lost. Because y'all saw how much of a nightmare that was. That was like a bullet hell on crack. Rough. Let me tell you, rough. Bah! Delta Rune has worse attacks? See, that just makes me excited for it. Because of you, I can escape from the clutches of the evil monster. Thank you. I heard that the Knights of Hyrule were nearly wiped out in that battle. You are perhaps the last one to carry on the bloodline of the Knights. It is ironic that the last one in the line has the potential to become the hero of legends. Surely you can destroy Ganon. Do you understand? Not at all. May the way of the hero lead to the Triforce. Is the Dark World just the past? I don't believe so. It's like an alternate dimension. But I also could be wrong. Now I can do this. Haha! Big rocks don't scare me! And then I can come over here. And, do something. Not quite what I had in mind. Where? I like how the chickens in the Dark World are just, like, dead. Am I crazy? I thought there was, like, a chest in here or something. It's got the 4th bottle. And I also don't know where the blacksmith is. You know what? I think I have to hit all of these. That sounds like something a crazy person would say, but I think it unlocks the secret door. The Dark World is actually just a version of the world with negative photons created by stabbing into the ground with determination. Oh, there's also a goat sometimes. Aha! And this is not what I thought it was. Not that I'm complaining about a heart piece. Carl won't get that because he hasn't played Deltarune. I don't think anyone in this chat besides you has played Deltarune, so most people will probably not get that joke. So they mentioned the Knights of Hyrule. You and your uncle are part of that bloodline. The Knights are specifically the clan that spawned from the link of the original. Ah. Well, then I really am the last one, seeing as my uncle died. There he is. There's the homie. He says, Ribbit, your body did not change. You are not just an ordinary guy, are you? I used to live in Kakariko Town. I wonder what my partner is doing there without me. Ribbit, I have a request for you. Please take me to my partner. Ribbit, please. I can just magic mirror you, right? Like you're good? Like you come with me and yeah, and you change back to your little gnome looking self. And I take you back to your partner and you go, hot diggity dog. Once again, we are reunited. Oh, happy day. And then they're like, thank you. And then you come back and they're like, yo, dog, let us hook up your sword. So he really does have a million kids, true. The real explanation for the rabbit form. I'm gonna head out, have fun, Carl. Alright, Truth, thanks for hanging out. We're probably gonna be calling it pretty soon. Tempered, are you sure? Yes. And then they just take it. So you just don't have a sword anymore. But I can still do the stabby move. Why did those little dudes have a huge pizza on the table? That looks like a pizza to you? What kind of pizza are you eating? That is oblong. I mean, hey, who needs liquid courage when you're the hero with the crest of courage? True. Play for 4 more hours, cowards. Margarita flatbread. It's 2 dwarves hammering a giant baguette. Yeah, you guys are right. Ooh, another free fairy. I wish I would have caught that. Wish I would have caught that in my net. Is it weird that Link catches fairies and puts them and like forces them in a bottle? That seems inhumane, right? Am I crazy? Just like thinking about the implications that I catch fairies with a bug net and then force it into a bottle. And then it's like, hey, when I die, actually, could you come out of that bottle and, you know, resurrect me from death? Also, is Link consuming the fairies when he gets healed by them? Is he just like, gulp? 10 hearts. That's for me. Is he a sick monster? Hey, when I die, could you come out of that bottle and delete my search history? I got you, fam. He puts them in bottles, probably shaped like jars based on Smash. Link is an avid 4chan user confirmed. God. Link's going full Aussie on the fairies. Oh, Lord. But this is what I'm saying. Like, that's weird, right? Oh, this mystical creature. Throw him in a jar. Throw him in a jar, and then... yeah, if anything, when Link would die, why would the fairy be like, I'll save you, young little boy who forced me into a bug net, and then, oops. And then forced me into a jar. Colding, I'm glad you think it's great, because I'm concerned that Link might be the monster. Maybe Ganon is right, you know? I'm just kidding. I don't know where Ganon stands in a lot of this. The fairies are just kinky like that, I guess. Oh, Lord, please no. The sword is tempered up. Now hold it. Yeah. I always thought this was the coolest thing. That you could upgrade your sword, and now it glows red like that. How awesome. I really love it when video games implement, when you get an upgrade or something changes, they change the visual design of it to where it looks stronger, it looks different. That's such an important mechanic that I think is kind of lost on a lot of games. It's such a little detail, but it makes it feel so much more powerful. I don't even know if it is more powerful, but it feels more powerful because it looks more powerful. Are Link's parents humans or fairies? What about his uncle and the implication? Now we're asking the right questions. What we need is to get them on a like TV show stat to do some DNA testing. You know what I'm saying? We need to get Mari in here, Jerry Springer, any of those peeps. Dr. Phil, maybe? It's the Master Sword, the pinnacle of Evil's Bane, and you just upgraded it. It's true. And I'm going to upgrade it later. It's going to turn to gold. Actually, I legit don't, now that you mention it, Colding, I legit don't know if Link's parents... No, they're Hylian. We learned about that. So I was like, I don't know if Link is a human or if he's like a little fairy boy. And God Soldier 94, who's not in here any longer, but he was like, no, he's a Hylian. And I was like, oh. And he was like, yeah, Hylians are like a very specific race in the world. And I was like, so are they like this world's quote-unquote elves? Because there are technically not elves, there's Hylians. And then they were talking about the forest people are kind of like a an off branch of the Hylians. Anyways, fantastic, interesting stuff. Really interesting stuff going on, to be honest. A little bit over my head, being a very stupid person like myself. The Kokiri, thank you. I couldn't remember the name. I was like the forest, the people that I always thought were like wood elves. Are Kokiri? Is it Kokiri or Kokiri? Or is it Coconut? Coconut. That ancient race he's a descendant of, and yeah, sort of elves, because they do have access to magic. Well, that and the pointy ears. You know, I listen, the pointy ears are what always made me think immediately, oh, elf, you know? I'm a simple person. I see pointy ears, I think elf. Maybe that's fantasy racist. I apologize. Okay. I am going to call it there. We are going to call it a day at that point. We will be back again tomorrow. Per usual, same time, 1 to 4 p.m. I'm mostly just quitting this. I mean, this is my normal end time. I'd want to go All right, whatever you say, Round Deer, I deserve that. I want to go further on the streams, but I'm genuinely so tired and I do not feel good. It is the allergies. They're killing me this season. Not a fun time. Not a fun time. So we're going to end it there. We'll see you tomorrow. I really do appreciate all of y'all. I hope y'all have as much fun with the streams as I do. I really do have a blast, and I'm really thankful to have such wonderful people to chat with while we play through. Hopefully I'll get the ocarina down a bit more so that I can play the songs a little bit more efficiently than what I have been doing. Don't forget to hydrate out of bits. I will do it. Thank you very much. With my Scotty Peas cup. All right. All right, peeps. Y'all have a wonderful day. I'll catch up with you later. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Oh no, my OBS crashed. Oh no.